play it safe.
They might favor Kimmy ban, as the first pick will be from Cignal Ultra, and Few has a really sick Kimmy.
That is true.
And Cignal Ultra, they have been
it's
doing
gonna be a
that pretty
clock.
well, and looks like they're
Your
giving
team
away
is
the
picking.
Kimmy to Cignal Ultra.
Is this going to be an instant Kimmy lock from the side of Cignal? I would.
Should be.
Should be.
Yeah. Cignal Ultra can opt to ignore the Kimmy. Depends on how they want to approach the series.
And
there it
there's
goes.
No question about
Yeah.
it. There we go.
All right.
Your
No
team
limit.
is
So apparently,
picking.
no limit or was
Choke?
more scared.
Should be a choke pick here. Should be a choke. And a Leomord.
Cho Leo.
Yeah, both are pretty high picks, pretty favored. There isn't any Thomas to go toe-to-toe with a Leomord currently. And
No,
there goes the choke.
there's
There goes Leomord.
There we go. And two heroes that have the mobility to just catch that Kimmy in the
Yeah.
back line as well.
Because mobility here, when catching a Kimmy off guard, is key.
That's why it's called Mobile Legends, my friend. Heroes who are
Your
mobile
team is
become
picking.
legends. Just kidding. Anyways, moving on.
But Kimmy has to disagree with you.
Yeah.
This hero has no mobility at all. But he's
Just
but
like pseudo mobility because she can move while firing, something
yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah, that is one good point. Cignal Ultra, they should go for an Akai or a Balearic, but Cignal Ultra, they have a really deep hero pool here.
They go for a Minotaur as well, just to at least play
They
bodyguard.
can even go for an Al support for D.
Oh,
But it'll be a
Hellcurt.
Hellcurt.
Good matchup against the
Hellcurt being a
Minotaur,
favorite to be
yeah.
banned in
Minotaur.
the second
Your
phase.
team is picking.
So looks like Cignal Ultra, they want to dodge that.
But Hellcurt also kind of protects the Kimmy as well, and just dissuades the Leomord and the Cho from going straight
Yeah,
into
this-
the backline with Dark Knight Falls.
Pitting the Hellcurt against a Leomord is a good matchup after all, and Minotaur provides a lot of initiation, a lot of counter initiation as well. So no limit. They know that Cignal Ultra has been reading them like a book.
Unfortunately.
And there goes the
We're gonna go
Akai.
with the Akai and just chaos versus
Your
chaos,
team
you know.
is banning.
Hurricane Dance against that Minoan Fury, as well as the Dark Knight Falls. If they overcome it, they have that way to just
Yeah,
break up fights.
We're seeing no limit just keep making sure that their hands are dry. Oh, he rubbed it in his face after. Okay, so Cignal Ultra, they are thinking hard about who will be their third ban. It's really hard to predict who is the key heroes from an opponent.
Well, they're gonna ban a Marksman, definitely.
Oh, it's
they're
a
gonna
mage.
Harith. Okay.
Harith.
Your team is banning.
Yeah,
another
no limit
mobile-
is lacking a Harith currently.
Another mobile hero that can just get in the backline.
Looks like no limit. Can they make this work without a key hero, such as a Harith? They can opt to just pick up the Kagura after this ban, though.
True. But yeah, I mean, they still lack a mage of their own. But yeah, it's gonna be the
Your
Kadita.
team
Wow.
is picking.
They could have opted for a Kadita, but I think they are favoring a Kagura here. They really need to pick it. They really need to pick a mage in this round,
Definitely.
because if they don't, Cignal Ultra, they also need a mage at this point. Who will it be?
Yeah,
And it's a
Kagura.
Kagura.
Yeah, Kagura is.
Oh!
Ooh, Aggression over
Oh,
Kagura.
thinking hard about it.
Ooh,
Thinking twice.
you're confusing us.
Kagura.
That's what you're doing. But yeah, I think it's gonna be the Kagura.
Yeah, currently Kagura is the
Your
more
team
consistent
is
pick.
picking.
She is easier to utilize in terms of the nitty-gritty team fights. Yeah, it's unwise to use a Gushan against a Hellcurt.
That's true. Oh, Diggy.
Oh, and there goes the support Alice as well.
That's a Diggy.
Your
Oh no,
team
it's going
is
to be a core
picking.
Alice. It will be a Dicky and Minotaur support for the side of Cignal Ultra. No
Okay.
limit. Who will be your last pick?
Actually, Cignal who are pulling something out of kind
I-
of the ordinary here.
Yeah.
Against No Limit. Let's see. Ooh.
Oh, this isn't ordinary.
No, this isn't definitely ordinary. Okay, I like this. No Limit. No? Ooh.
This isn't ordinary.
Going for the Lancelot.
Lancelot. One of the heroes that we don't see as much. It
Yep.
looks like Daisenia will be showcasing a core Alice after a very long time.
But I'm all for that Lancelot. Just one of those heroes that can show off those flashy plays if the player can
Very
execute.
risky though.
Very risky. Definitely very
You're up
risky.
against Yaku's Hellcurt here.
Let's see.
And a Diggy. That's a lot of CCs to go through as
Yeah.
a Lancelot.
Let's see if it works.
The less dashes you can do, is the lesser effective you are in team fights. So anyway, this is the second series of today. No Limit versus Cignal Ultra. You are tuning in live in the English stream. So who do you think will win?
And as much as I want to like go for that Lancelot pick, it is gonna be a hard Lancelot game, so I just gonna have to give
Definitely a very hard Lancelot game.
I'm gonna give it to Cignal.
Yeah,
The draft, not the game. This is 50% of the game, by the way. The draft.
yeah, 50% might be too much. According to the draft, I think it's more than 70%.
Okay. Well, okay. You give it more.
I mean, a lot of games has been lost due to the drafts.
That's true.
And let's see, will No Limit pull on an upset here? And we are looking at the game. Cignal Ultra from the blue side, Daisenia on the Alice, Tets on the Minotaur, D on the Diggy, Yaku on the Hellcat, and Few on the Kimi.
And on the side of No Limit, we have Killj on that Leomord, Raflesia on that Akai, JP on his Lancelot, Sky on that Kagura, and MM on his Choke.
Alright, so No Limit. Can they make this Lancelot work against all odds? Cignal Ultra, they just have to play their game.
But I'm commending No Limit. Nonetheless, at least they tried to pull something out of the hat here, and a Lancelot pick is definitely up there.
Yeah, Lancelot, when you look at it, it's much better than Hayabusa in this situation. I guess they don't have a lot of options when you are locked out from Hellcat. This is why the Hellcat is a very top ban when it comes to the second phase of the draft.
I mean,
It locks out a lot of heroes from the pool.
yep. I mean, just the utility from Dark Nightfall just does so much, you know.
Yeah, just preventing other heroes from your opponents from chaining their abilities and spells.
Especially in a game with no wards, and like other MOBAs, you have that
I
extra
don't know
vision
what
you play with.
what are these wards you speak of. But Cignal Ultra, they have been doing a better job from the previous years on protecting this Kimi. The Tets is just on point with the Minotaur. Last season we saw Tets a lot on the Yokai, but this time he is using a different animal.
How about the animals? But yeah, slow start here. Turtle will begin in 10 seconds.
Oh, Tets! Slightly caught off a position there, has to spend that flicker.
No, but he-
Raflesia was there to back up for No Limit.
This is a 4-man rotation from No Limit, not really paying off. And
Oh,
Turtle is
Tets not really running off yet, but hides in the bush. And Few just rat-tat-tat-tat-tatting away.
Turtle.
Wow, there was a lot of lane swaps between the middle lane and the top lane.
That was
even.
a heavy commitment from the side of No Limit. That was 4 heroes even
Yeah,
for
that
quite
will put them behind.
XP wise and gold wise definitely. And Lancelot actually already starting on the Turtle, but Alice and company are
Oh,
nearby.
Desenia goes for the dive. He even has the ultimate already, but he might bite more than he can chew. Desenia, that is the first blood for No Limit. Desenia being reckless there.
Yeah, kind
Overestimating the ultimate of the Alice.
definitely between a rock and put herself between a rock and a hard place in that moment. And Turtle will be now.
Oh, pretty
JP is-
risky.
JP has his eyes on.
Oh,
it,
here comes
though.
MM. He might go for a dive again, but he is pretty low. No Limit. Not really in a position to contest this very cleanly. Yaku.
Dark Knight Falls will be committed, but
No follow-ups.
Yeah, and Turtle is still on the leash here, and Cignal Ultra will take the first Turtle of the game.
Spending the DPS on that turtle. Pretty on point for Cignal Ultra. And so far, the game is actually even in terms of farm.
Yep, neck and neck, but slight XP favoring Cignal Ultra at this point.
It's actually favoring No Limit by a few hundreds, but it's a non-factor this early on. It all comes down to the first few team fights and who gets the first few objectives, which is the first few towers, the turtles, and the first lord.
Despite this, the Kimi is actually farming very, very well right now. Hasn't really been contested.
Yeah, as expected from a good Kimi player. That is what you need to do. Protect the Kimi. Make sure she farms as much as possible.
Yako Hellcat on the top lane is actually
Oh, this will
being
be a
eyed
hard
upon.
gang still though. You are committing 4 people. Dark Knight Falls has already been committed. Where is the backup? Where are the reinforcements? And Yaku might just waltz away from this
Wow.
one.
That was a
Wow.
4-man rotation being thwarted. This is the game sense from
Putting
Yako.
No Limit further behind.
And
That was one quick getaway.
that is experience right there, being in full display from Yako.
Yeah, a normal player would have taken the direction towards the base, but he decided to go for the top jungle area.
And with the movement speed, like no one could keep up.
Yeah.
Jay, you're
Oh.
alone here, but he
They're
is
still-
mounted up.
They're still trying to catch on to Yaku though in the middle lane this time, but still no dice. Here comes MM trying to knock up onto Yaku, but Yaku spends the flicker for now. Deke gets a pick up onto KLVJ. At the middle lane, Desenia goes for the dive. Sky is in danger, dropping really low. The Kagura is in danger. Here goes the Blood Ode. A flow of blood, I rather.
But that was Gilvjay falling. After all of that, and No Limit, they are making heavy commitments, but it's now paying off. And it is starting to show as it's nearly 1,000 gold lead now in favor of Cignal.
Yeah, Cignal Ultra, they are remaining to be unfazed so far to anything that No Limit throws at them. Here he goes for the dive, Raflesia. Can he catch all 5? But he doesn't.
Oh, the damage!
Double kill! Oh no, it's 1 kill apiece for both Desenia and Few, and Sky has fallen as well. There goes a double kill finally. JP as well is falling down. Only KLVJ is alive, and the young child prodigy has to retreat for now.
And that is just the level advantage showing. Cignal Ultra with that extra level, straight into the turtle pit they go. And so far, Cignal Ultra look to run away with this very, very soon.
Yeah, No Limit, they have to be recalibrating right now.
And Blade of Despair picked up by the 2 damage dealers in quick succession here.
Wow, Few just being pristine in terms of farm. Cignal Ultra looking pretty good to take this first game. No Limit though, they are still in the race, but they are behind by 5k. That's a lot of ground to cover. Let's see if they can do more key pickups here. Yaku, waiting in the wake. He's waiting for Stray here to come out, and he spots the Leomord coming out into the lane as the rest of Cignal Ultra spotting any strays and the other lanes in the map.
Ooh, Raflesia manning up against the Yakuo there. I don't think you have much of a chance against that guy.
And then gets spotted there by Tsu Desenia. He can easily dispose of the Joe here, but looks like there will be more bodies by No Limit in this river area. But Desenia goes for the dive. Dark Knight falls as well. Becoming silence connects onto Raflesia.
Silence
for you.
What the silence!
Very clean execution so far, but no, looks like No Limit is fighting back. KLVJ is still in the picture, but he will be dropping really fast on the hands of Pew.
Ooh, and now 7,000 gold lead, and that was the fresh endless battle from JP, mind you, and it didn't really do anything.
Yeah, losing KLVJ in a team fight, very crucial at this point, and they are running out of guns here.
Yeah.
Cignal Ultra,
Ooh,
they
okay.
will be met with a dive from MM, but no good. MM escapes with the skin of his teeth. Akai with a follow-up, but not enough though. Cignal Ultra goes for the retreat for now.
Good little individual plays coming in from No Limit there, but right now the sync, it's really lacking from them. Like, especially if you're going up against a team like Cignal Ultra, you have to really step up your shot calling and your execution.
Yeah, No Limit though. On paper, their strategies look very good. Go for the 4-man rotation, but didn't quite work for Cignal Ultra.
Yeah, they were just being read. Like, Cignal Ultra was reading the map way too well.
Yeah, Cignal Ultra having a lot of matches against Bren eSports in their earlier days of their careers. They should really know how the 4-man rotation strategy works. And here comes defense from No Limit.
Oh,
4-man! Minnow and Fury catches a lot of people there. Dropping 1 by 1, 2 double kills, and a triple kill even for Desenia. This should be it. Only JP is remaining to be alive. Cignal Ultra will be cleaning this up pretty soon in the next few seconds. And that is it. 8-minute GG.
The well-oiled machine that is Cignal Ultra doesn't slow down for anyone. Yeah, doesn't slow down for anyone. And definitely that Lancelot pick, they are scratching their heads about it right now for the side of No Limit. Did not work out one tiny bit.
Yeah, No Limit though. Even though they committed a lot on those rotations, it kind of bit them in the butt.
It backfired because I think it was just the shot calling. The communication from Cignal, they knew exactly what No Limit were trying to pull off. They were being read like an open book, and that's what happened. Like, you saw that Yakuo play, right?
Yeah. That's how you disengage like a pro.
Yeah, that was just lovely.
And Desenia, that was the sickest ass play, and he gets the MVP for game number 1. 6-1 and 5.
And the supports, man.
Even though he was the one that died in the first blood there, he managed to recover really quickly there.
Yeah, he did. Thanks to the supports, though, mind you. And the supports, like, none of the supports died. Just a near perfect game from them.
Yeah, this is the first blood I'm talking about. Desenia just diving in, overestimating the power of his ultimate.
Yeah, but did do a lot of damage though.
Yeah, it did do a lot of damage. But after that, it was Cignal Ultra Train all the way to the bank. And No Limit just falling apart after that first few team fights, and Few just getting the farm that he needs. A very perfect formula to victory.
Which there were 2 heavy rotations from No Limit that did not pay off, where they brought 4 heroes, and that really hurts you.
Yeah,
In the
that
long
really
run.
hurts you a lot. Every bit of second that you stay out of your lane
You're not
and you
soaking
don't
XP.
get the pickups that you want puts you severely behind.
Mhm.
And farm and experience is really key here into staying in the pace.
There we go, the 4-man. Is this a 4-man? Yes, this is a 4-man Minnow 1 Fury. Just
Yeah, that
lovely,
was really sick.
beautiful ML from the side of Cignal Ultra.
All right, game number 1.
That
Cignal
was
Ultra showcasing how it should be played.
that was not just clinical, not just hospital, not just the hospital. What was that? That was a,
like that was like an emergency room.
that was definitely an emergency. But just so the surgical precision that Cignal played with on another level, man.
Yeah, no limit. They will be 1 game behind here. Cignal Ultra already at match point. Very fast 8-minute game.
I mean,
Wow.
the mental effect of an 8-minute game on the winning side and morale, the morale of the No Limit side will definitely be plummeting after that. Just taking 8 minutes to defeat you.
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
I guess no limit here. I have to disagree with the morale dropping down because for them it's all just experience at this point.
That's
So
true.
the more they get exposed to matches like this with the skill level of Cignal Ultra, they get more. They get to learn more.
That's true.
So let's see if they can immediately apply that within
Yeah.
the series. But that is one hard thing
Yep.
to do since the learning curve is pretty
Up there,
high.
yeah,
inside
definitely.
the
Well, we
series.
did call No Limit an academy team, a youth team. So yeah, definitely learning is part of the reason they are here. Kaya will be the first ban of No Limit here.
All right, so for those who has just tuned in, this is already the second series of today.
Just a-
Earlier on, Bren eSports dominated their opponent 2-0.
Just a masterful performance from them. And Kimmy, they take it
Your
out this
team
time
is
around. So
Yeah,
I
they
think,
don't want to give that to Few again.
I think Claude will be the pick, the marksman too. Be picked up very early on in the stage.
Yeah, Few, he has a lot of heroes in his pocket, so he's isn't not that worried having Kimmy away. So Cignal Ultra, I think it will be a Harith ban, maybe? Oh,
What was that?
oh. All right, so 4th ban, it'll be a
Yeah.
Claude. Wow.
Okay, so
Your
Only the
team is
carry
picking.
is the remaining
Real.
viable marksman
the
in
meta
this game.
marksman, yeah.
But the Grok will be
Oh,
the first pick of No Limit. Just
Ooh.
bouncing on that very good support tank hero.
I mean, it is feared for a reason, but it is very beatable as shown by the stats. A sub 50. Oh, wait, they're not. Oh, I thought they were
They're
gonna go
not
for
locking
the.
it yet, though.
They're thinking about the Gatot though. What do you think about that
Your
one?
team
I'm
is
not a fan of
picking.
Cutout currently. I mean, he can dive, but he can't really do his own follow-ups. That is,
He has
No,
that
what-
superhero
yeah.
landing, yes.
I mean, superhero landings aren't enough to win you games.
That's true.
And
But
Cignal Ultra just jumping onto the Cho. For sure, this would be going to D. Who will be the other pickup, though? Could be a Harith or a Leomord again. Oh, a Leomord again.
Why fix what ain't broken?
Yeah, it's the same first 2 picks from game number
Your
1.
team is picking.
Exactly. What do you want No Limit to pair up with this Grok over here?
Lots of options. Looks like they will be jumping onto the Harith and
Harith,
the Oh,
no.
it will be a Hellcurt now.
Okay.
Taking that away. The Hellcurt versus Leomord matchup is pretty good after all.
Mhm.
And in the previous game, you have to keep in mind that the Harith got banned before it got picked.
See? Oh yeah. Looks like it's gonna be the Hellcurt and the Aris. Okay. So at least Cignal have 3 picks to answer with those 2 heroes.
This should remove a lot of options from Cignal Ultra. A Hellcurt from
Your
the opposite
team
side
is
means
picking.
you can't really chain a lot of skills. So looks
Ooh,
like they'll
okay.
be going for a sustain route here. Cignal Ultra will be pairing something with the Leomord, and a Diggy is a
Your
nice
team is
counter action towards that Hellcurt.
They thought about the Rafaela, but against the Hellcurt, not really advisable.
Actually, it could work, but not as effective. But it actually helps the Leomord to stay alive in the long team fights against the Hellcurt. Because the key here in beating a Hellcurt is just have to outlast the silence and also the burst damage.
That's true. These final bans coming in for the side of No Limit and Cignal Ultra.
Kadita removed from the
banning.
pool.
Your team is banning.
Yeah, No Limit. They already secured their own mage here. Signal Ultra. Who will it be? They'll be having the first pick this time in the second phase, so they can manipulate the draft from this point forward.
Ooh, it's gonna be
Belleric.
Belleric
Your
ban.
team is
Yeah,
picking.
No
Nothing too
Limit.
surprising there.
No Limit is missing another support here. Could be a Lolita. No Limit can go for the Lolita Guinevere combo here if they want to do.
Ooh, or Gwen. Gwen and Grok. Also interesting combination. Let's see. Minotaur still in the pool though, so I definitely think one of them will pick that one up.
For those who have tuned in,
Ooh,
this is the English
Your
stream.
team is picking.
This is already the second game of the series. Signal Ultra pulling ahead 1-0 and the carry. Wow, that got through.
Well, the Claude was banned, the Kimmy was banned. We talked about it. It's the only real viable marksman at this point.
Yeah, both Kimmy and Claude already removed. And looks like No Limit going to commit 2 fighters possibly.
Ooh,
Oh, this is a nice combo here.
I like
A
it.
lot of sustain.
They
Your
are
team is
at least
picking.
shaking things up, and I like that from No Limit, especially like, what do you have to lose, right?
Yeah, Martis currently is the third most viable fighter hero here. Just right behind Leomord, Thomas, and the Hellcurt. And putting the Rafaela on a support
Oh,
role
and another Alice.
really helps on the sustain here. And Alice, once again, being picked up by Daisenia.
Like what we said earlier, why fix what ain't broken?
Yeah, so far they have a lot of same of the picks from before, only changing the Kimmy into a carry. And also the Minotaur into a Diggy.
Still, they have the main ingredients in
Yeah,
this,
the
in
main
this
ingredients.
successful recipe.
So No Limit, can they put on a better show this time?
Well, let's see. I mean, you did say it has the potential. The Mortis has that potential to be effective, and they have the sustain as well with that Rafaela and the
Yeah.
mobility to at least play around the map better, especially with the Hellcurt on your side as well.
The
Let's
front
see.
line of No Limit's looking pretty good.
Yeah, you got the Grok as well,
Yeah.
like the most banned hero of season 3.
yeah.
So they have the ingredients as well. So let's
Right
see.
now, he's still the most banned right
Mhm.
now. So, Grok and having your Hellcurt and I believe, what was the other hero? Martis
Mortis, yeah.
on the front lines with Harith and Rafaela backup. That's a pretty good
Yep.
combination, but you don't have the late game.
Yeah,
You
so-
have to finish the game before
well,
the late game.
they
hits.
said they beat us in 8 minutes, so we have to play a lot faster. I think that's what they said.
From the blue side, it's No Limit, but he will be a team fight right off the bat. MMS in danger, dropping really low. This is a Grok. Don't lose that Grok. And he
Ooh,
lives.
He is pretty tanky.
Yeah, the key for a Grok, stay right next to a wall and you'll be safe.
Definitely.
But you just have to keep your life flowing here. And this is a little bit of being over-aggressive, stealing
Yep.
the buff away from Signal Ultra. It looks
MM
like
is
they
very
are
low
well
here.
aware. Yeah, MM goes for a retreat for now. He doesn't want to get carelessly picked off there.
What is this, a 5-man rotation this early on
Oh,
from
wow.
No Limit?
This is pretty ballsy for No Limit.
Well, they got the jungle, but did you really need to commit 5 people for that? But No Limit, at least they get the first early lead of the game.
Yeah, they need to take out the crab at the bottom lane, or else they will be really behind.
That's true.
Yeah, it looks like they secured that away from the Leomord. Yakut will not be getting any crab coin, I believe.
No Limit
Didn't
should
catch that.
also
Okay.
definitely calm down, because if they keep committing like this, we saw what happened last game. Cignal were just reading them so easily. But I like this, what Lord Felicia is doing. Just starting off that jungle, keep the efficiency going. That's what the 3-man funnel is all about.
Yeah, but currently the Harith Sky, he needs to start getting the experience that he needs. I know he has to resort to the jungle for now, giving the Grok the
Ooh,
lane.
3 heroes,
Finding the Martis.
but Martha's
Kill
Turtle
VJ.
resurrecting soon.
yeah, the
Knows
map
what's
awareness.
going on here, but this is a little bit of greedy positioning for our Martis player.
He's level 4 as well, so he's not really feeling threatened. But
Oh, wow, Signal Ultra.
the wave was being cut.
To the gank there.
Okay. Turtle is up. Both teams aren't exactly
Oh.
posturing for it just yet.
MM though dropping low there. Looks like No Limit. They have to retreat though, but they are surrendering a lot of ground for the Turtle there. Here goes the first team out of the game.
Ooh.
They goes for the dive. Ultimate's been activated. Dark Knight Falls gets committed there. And No Limit, they want to fight back. Few, will he be falling down? Looks like he lives. The carry is alive. Here comes
Ooh,
Yako.
JP!
Turn kill there. Table is turned really quick. No limit. Desperately scraping for a kill there. KLVJ, will he get the kill? Looks like that won't be
the
the
outplay. The outplay from Few. Just
Wow.
lovely. The perfect sidestep.
Recognizing how much HP you can risk. That is the Few.
And Yaku also with the perfect slows, just controlling JP from finding that last one right click. Right click, I mean normal attack.
Yeah, you can't really right click in a mobile game, but Tats has been caught up position. Looks like D will be followed. That's two supports of Cignal Ultra falling down, and No Limit stealing the buff here.
Well, you said that they want to play this a lot faster, and yes, they are slightly behind, but their timing just opens up that much earlier than Cignal Ultra.
Yeah, so far No Limit just playing at the pace that they need. Not really the pace that they want, but this is what they need.
If they want to win, definitely. JP is still level 6 now, so he is kind of primed to make some plays. Martis is still kind of harassing Few, but Few's still finding the farm, so it's very hard to deny.
Small team fight about to break out at the top lane though, but doesn't find anyone. He's already spent his wind over there.
Nice
Goes for the kick.
knockback.
Will be dropping really low, but he is still alive, going for the walk out here. And Sky, he will still be alive at the expense of the Grok. Rafflesia, he'll be dropping next. Double kill already for D. KLVJ, you have to retreat now. Oh, Alice. Oh,
The damage, so much
Caught.
damage.
by the orb.
And just like that, Cignal Ultra take the lead. And they have the crab coin on top of it as well, the icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake is an understatement right now. It's like the entire cake has been taken from them.
Yeah, not just the icing, the whole cake.
Alright, No Limit. Once again on the back foot. Cignal Ultra looking very, very solid this series.
Oh, MM.
Force of Nature doesn't find it. Still slightly behind.
Just slightly,
Turtle resurrecting
next
soon.
turtle would be a big indicator. Like, next turtle could determine the next couple of minutes.
Oh, but interestingly enough, Hellcurt, No Limit. JP's leading the farm charts here.
XP as well, he's the only level 8 hero.
Oh, that is correct. That's a very nice observation. So, but No Limit. It looks like they are behind here, but Cignal Ultra, they are known as the comeback kings, but they looks like they will be not coming back here. They will be dominating from the first minute mark.
Rafaela was just
Oh,
deleted.
Desenia goes for another dive there. And Sky,
Harris.
our Harith player, not posting the results that he needs there. Silence, not really connecting at the best of times.
And that pickoff was all they needed to easily take that turtle. And Grok, despite his high contestedness as a hero in MPL Season 3, it's just not showing right now.
Yeah, this is why I disagree with just banning Grok. I mean, you can just play around the Grok, which is what Cignal Ultra is doing right now.
Endless battle on the Few now. She already hurts, but she hurts so much more now.
Yeah, Few 0, 0, and 5.
Rafaela!
Desenia dropping really low onto Rafflesia there. Zaman Force been laid down already, but it won't be enough though. But MM finishes off. Desenia there, Tats is dropping low there, but looks like No Limit has run out of guns here as they run out of gas. Cignal Ultra, they are still
MM has to
in
be
the
careful
sea.
here. Taking a lot of damage, but not enough. They will respect the fact that his friends are there to assist him.
Wow, No Limit looks like they are lacking severely in terms of follow-up. They don't have the Harith. They can't really finish off what they started here. And
Way
D
of the
will be
dragon.
comboing off onto KLVJ here. But he has enough dashes to get away from the choke combos.
Nice discipline coming in. Just to back away there from the... Now
Oh,
Zaman
Zaman
Force.
Force onto Desenia, but looks like it will be enough to take him down. Rafflesia gets the credit of the kill. And No Limit will be happy to retreat from that. Just putting Desenia behind.
I mean, it's just a 2,000 goal lead, but JP needs to do something right now because he is primed to make a play. Level 10.
Oh, overtaking everyone else here. JP being on point in the farm game here. But he needs to start posting kills to convert that advantage into something solid.
Okay, next
Turtle
turtle
resurrecting
should be
soon.
taken by No Limit since they have more heroes here, but Cignal, they are moving up now.
Yeah, Cignal Ultra, they have started to steer towards that turtle pit. Let's see. All 4 is near the vicinity. He can lead a charge here. Turtle is below the half-life mark. And let's see, he hasn't started the initiation there. Lysania is
Raflesia.
already here. Zamanfor's been laid down, but no follow-ups from No Limit side. Cignal Ultra taking away that turtle, I believe.
Whew. And that, I like the priority of Cignal Ultra in these fights, but hold that thought, we still have a fight ongoing. Yakuo has now rotated.
Oh, Yako just goes and waltz in for the kill. And the turret to follow, that is a lot of things going towards Cignal Ultra. And looks like the train is still going on as the mid lane push is still much alive. KLVJ and Sky only left to defend. Won't be enough against the 4. Raflesia, he has to stay behind. Few just free-farming all the while.
Yeah. And that is, like, I like what
What?
Cignal Ultra...
Zaman Force.
What is that? Was that a misclick?
I guess that is the case.
That was
One less
questionable
ultimate
at
to use.
best, but okay, moving on. Cignal Ultra, I like their priorities in these fights. They always find Rafaela. Raflesia on that Rafaela in the backline. And if she can just poke in and out of these fights, because she's a very, very soft support, you can just like take out her utility, because the longer the fight is, the a Rafaela player likes it in these long drawn out fights.
Oh, Dark Knight Falls though, being committed somewhere, and it is the middle of the map. We're not seeing that. That's a lot of T-Tours going on, but No Limit will be getting 1 kill there onto the Lysania.
At least something on the side of No Limit. Still a 5,000 gold lead they are staring up against though.
Yeah, that is still a lot of ground to cover, but still not that late. They
Okay,
can still catch up. But
JP is getting pretty fast though, already with an endless battle level 12 as well. So if they find that opening, Turtle is gonna be up. Wait, not Turtle. Lord is gonna be up very soon. So
yeah,
expect the fight to break out.
No Limit, they will want to secure this Lord. Cignal Ultra though, they can easily just get
Lord
back on track
resurrecting soon.
and contest that Lord. It looks like No Limit thinking ahead here.
No Limit can't lose another fight. No, they
Yeah,
definitely
they
cannot.
cannot. They cannot. And Lysania being spotted there at the top area, but D is
D.
there. Oh, being caught by 5, and D
Ah.
has dropped really fast there. There goes the reinforcements from Cignal Ultra though. Not early enough to save the life of D, but looks like JP, their only hero to have a chance to bring them back into this game. Raflesia as well. Lysania getting that kill, double kill already for Few, and this is a very farmed carry at this point.
Yeah.
And the Lord is sure to go towards Cignal.
That was really unfortunate for No Limit. They spent all of their spells just to take out that D, but Cignal, they were already like rushing towards that area, and with no cooldowns, they just easily took that fight.
Yes, Cignal Ultra looks like that was a bait. They were willing to trade away D to get the Lord and 3 kills on the side of No Limit, and
Yeah.
maybe even more.
Lord going up down the mid lane, so we'll see if Cignal will choose to walk with the Lord today.
Yeah, that is one choice that they can take, but they can also give away that Lord. The level 1 Lord is very easy to take down after all.
That is true. Like, could just be a farming Lord, as some teams like do it, like just farm it up while the Lord pressures a lane.
Yes, as the presence of level 1 Lord can actually attract, which is what you're seeing right now, all 5 of your opponents, as Cignal Ultra is just farming everywhere else.
The lanes are now shoved in their favor as well. D,
Oh,
the wall
getting
will be
walled
there.
though, but not enough to trap him. No Limit though, they are going to stand their ground at the bottom area. Leomord goes for the split push. The Hellguard is there to block him. But that would be enough for Cignal Ultra to regroup. D can go for a dive though. Can he do it, Nets? Doesn't really commit to any dives yet at the moment. Lysania is just launching flow
Martis.
Flow Flood after Flow Flood. Yaku, he commits a Phantom Steal already. There goes a dive from Lysania. He is dropping really fast, but doesn't get the life steal that he needs. But the turret already down.
Oh.
Dark Knight falls and Silence connects, but no follow from
To
No Limit.
5.
But D already dropping really early in this team fight. 1-for-1 trade so far. Few really but he's still alive.
JP was just a bit overeager there, going ahead of his team. You have to remember that your hero is a lot more mobile than your teammates, and he was punished for it, definitely.
Only 3 is alive to defend here. Skyway dropping to the hands of Yako. That is a Phantom Steed. Still active duration. Mega kill already for few, and this is it.
Game.
2-0 for Cignal Ultra.
Took 4 more minutes than the last game, but still very much an easy game for Cignal Ultra.
Cignal Ultra on their way to recovery after their a very bitter loss last night
Yep.
against ArkAngel. And for them, looks like another day in the office.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy for Cignal Ultra.
Yeah, that was still a nice showing for No Limit. After all, they still gained a lot of experience in this match.
Yep, I like how they're like trying to change things up. I respect that because like, okay, we're here to learn, so let's try to see if our niche picks will work out.
Yeah, that is true. Martis though didn't really work out for KLVJ.
He had the space as well, and JP, yes, he maintained the highest level in the game for the longest
Yeah,
time.
for a good, I believe, 5 minutes, but didn't really work out in the mid game. The Harith also didn't really work out well for
And
No Limit.
the Rafaela as well. Like, she was just being bursted down at the beginning of the fights, and she has a very spammable heal,
Yeah,
but if you just take her out right away, what point is that, right?
yeah, that is true. So Cignal Ultra still behind 2 games compared to ArkAngel, but I believe they should be securing back the number 2 spot in the leaderboard race.
Ahead of Bren.
Yeah. All right, so that was game number 2 of series number 2.
Yep, we have 2 more coming right up after a break, I think. So, but I don't think we'll be coming right into the break just yet because we have the highlights.
Yeah, the highlights. Those were one of the most questionable Zaman Force I've seen so far in the league. He even miscasted the Zaman Force in the later stages of the game
Yeah.
on empty ground.
It's just I think the tilt is there.
Yeah, the tilt is real. Few, he managed to get away with the skin of his teeth during this team fight, even trying to go for the return kill. No Limit though. They were looking very promising in this first few minutes of the game, but it didn't really come out for them. Yeah, there's nothing much to say besides Ultra.
In the Grok, right? You talked
Yeah.
about it. It's the most contested hero, but we didn't really see why he was the most contested
Oh, right
hero.
now it's the Harith the most contested.
Right now, okay.
It's now the Harith ahead 1 game from the Grok, but Grok is still the most banned hero this season,
Oh, okay.
which I believe is undeserving actually.
And there we go, Rafaela. Rafaela, that is their 4th Rafaela game. Now goes down to a 50% win rate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is balance being restored.
2 straight games that she lost. Because she's a very niche hero. If the lineup fits her well, it works. But if it doesn't, it's just so easy. She's just getting bursted down in these fights when you see it.
Yeah, I do remember Balearic being banned because Rafaela is only like a substitute pick to a
Yes,
Balearic.
substitute sustain,
Yeah.
basically. The squishier sustain hero.
All right, so No Limit. Just trying to get as much experience at this point from this matchup. Cignal Ultra just meeting our expectations so far.
Well, that's just how the cookie in ML crumbles, and Cignal definitely showed their superiority against No Limit in this game. The tilt was definitely there. JP just dove 1 to 5. No one could keep up.
Yeah, and this is the final moments of the game a while ago. Cignal Ultra just capitalizing on the advantage they have. Few didn't die there. Very impressive of him.
And Carry as well. Carry was so slippery in that game.
Carry is Few.
Okay, yeah, Few. Carry is so slippery in that game. Yeah, there we go.
All right, so I believe that is the first half of the matches being done. We still have 2 more, and there will be more action there. So don't touch the browser. I am Zendex, and here with me is
It's Wiley.
Don't go away.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary! Double kill! Legendary! Legendary! An ally has been legendary!
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary! Destroy the turret kill! Legendary! Double kill!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
You have slain an enemy! Monster kill! Double kill! Legendary!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary! Double kill! Legendary! Legendary!
Too slow.
An ally has been legendary!
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary! Destroy the turret kill! Legendary! Double kill!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary. Double kill.
Move like wind.
Legendary.
Rock.
Legendary.
Too slow.
An ally has been legendary.
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary. Destroy the turret kill. Legendary. Double kill.
I need a worthy.
Double kill.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary. Double kill.
Move like wind.
Legendary.
Rock.
Legendary.
Too slow.
An ally has been legendary.
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary. Destroy the turret kill. Legendary. Double kill.
I need a worthy.
Double kill.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary. Double kill.
Move like wind.
Legendary. Legendary.
Too slow.
An ally has been legendary.
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary. Destroyed an ArkAngel. Legendary. Double kill.
PL Season 3, live from the Philippines. My name is Warley, and joining me today is
Rockhart, and welcome everybody. This is gonna be game free, match free for
Match
the day,
3 for the day.
and it should be a good one. SG Dragons Omega versus Ownage.
Has been 2-0 so far today. If the season has been an indicator, I think we will be seeing another 2-0. No knock on
Yeah.
on the losing team, but
Yeah,
we're just
considering,
saying it as it is.
I guess you can say that because of the performance of SG Dragons Omega yesterday, as well as the lackluster
Yeah, lackluster.
appearance by Ownage in
Yep.
the last series of yesterday as well. So
Definitely.
it's obvious which one of these teams are having a better week, but of course,
A better season.
a better
Definitely.
season so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean,
far.
we're basically at the 50%
Yeah, 50% mark,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ending this would be a pretty good showing if
Defi-
ever you got out on top with a 3 points here. Speaking of points, 0 points right now in
Yeah.
dead in 10th place is Ownage.
They need to find answers so fast on the side
Yeah.
of Ownage, as well as FNs Phoenix, who did lose earlier as well.
Against the 5-5 record of SG Dragons Omega. Indeed, very impressive. However, of course, you can never really discount any teams here. The funny thing is, Warley,
Mhm.
SG Dragons Omega, when they started MPL Season 2 finals, they were the ones almost dead last. I mean,
True.
they were exactly dead last, and look where they are right now. When that season ended, third place, only behind Cignal Ultra and Bren eSports. So definitely, we're still halfway through. No one is out of the contest
True.
just yet. However, it's gonna be an uphill climb from here.
Yep. I mean, some would say they could have just been warming up, but still remains to be seen
I don't know,
for
man.
both Ownage
Probably.
and FNs Phoenix. Maybe they have this secret strategy they're saving for the last part of the season. But, you know, it's time for the cheese. If you ask me, for Ownage,
Yeah,
for FNs Phoenix, they have to bring out the cheese at this point.
Yeah, bring out all the the secret weapons that you do have in your arsenal. However, of course, we got SG Dragons Omega on the defensive here. Lex, Dale Dillis, Levi, Ivan, Heath, and Carl C.
And, well, definitely 5-5. They are a 50% team so far this season. And I guess the 0% team, that's just what we're going to say right now.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that. I feel like the 50% team, they are middle of the pack. And there's really nowhere else to go but up here for SG Dragons Omega.
Plus with the veteran presence.
Yeah, just because of the veteran presence. And, of course, the young mechanical powers of this boy right there on your screens, Mr. Carl.
Definitely.
See, usually on the Gushin and on the Lunox.
I mean, I think he's the only one that's really making Gushin work.
Yeah, that's true.
Right now. So that is saying something about that guy.
I mean, considering they are facing off against Ownage here, we got Fuzakin, Pao, Lembot, Bimo, Exhort, and CKTD.
I really love how they included the water bottles.
Yeah, it really is. It really is hot in the Philippines right now, and we are experiencing...
It's all about carrying.
it really is. Carry the water, and of course, usable in this summer season.
Yeah, and the drought.
It is.
Definitely, the water shortage.
We are experiencing water shortages here in the city, and it is not pleasant.
It is. It's
say.
definitely not pleasant, you know. We could talk about in detail, but we won't.
Yeah, we absolutely won't.
We
For the
definitely
meantime,
won't.
what else can we say about Ownage? They are a team that really needs a win. If there is a team anywhere here in the MPL Season 3 that needs a win, they are the ones to do it. So many opportunities that they could have actually done that in the last few weeks, but always failing to close it out. Does this mean that there is something going on with Ownage that we have yet to see?
Because sometimes, like, if you're in a losing streak, you either get hungrier and hungrier for that first win, or you just go down that mental depression of like losing and losing.
The downward spiral,
Yeah.
as they say, the downward spiral of going to a place where you cannot leave anymore. And that, of course, that's something that we don't want to see for Ownage. What I want to see from Ownage here is some small changes in how they close out games. Because as I said, I mean, they've been losing out a lot of 0-2s, but some of those games I did do the replay of, I feel like they could have actually won it.
Just that one bad decision later on.
Yeah, usually they fall off in the late game. Something that we have to watch out for here for ArkAngel Ownage. However, we are into Game 1 draft. SGD Omega versus Ownage.
You know, being banned this early on. Just okay. Well, Akaya as well. Grok is
Your
going to go
team
through.
is
Let's
picking.
see if any of them will pick it up. Despite Grok being highly banned, he's not really having a good
Your team
win rate.
is
As a
Yeah,
hero.
that's true. I mean,
He's below 50% win rate.
I mean, despite being almost always first pick, always in the ban
Your
phase,
team is picking.
I feel like the Grok is starting to underperform just because of maybe the amount of diversity that we are experiencing right now in Mobile Legends Bang Bang. I mean, so many of them can actually play around the crowd control and the damage output that you can expect from a Grok. So I feel like a lot of the pro teams are starting to really get into the groove and starting to learn how to rotate around this hero.
There's a Grok and a Hulker, as well as a Harris. And a Lunox on a Kimmy on the side of
Your
SG
team is
Dragons.
picking.
Those 2 years don't really care too much about Grok, and I like that.
Which is actually quite funny. I mean, despite having a very low win rate, I feel like Grok is just very strong still. I feel like he has so many options, so much utility whenever you pick him into a composition. So I feel like this is a good start from ArkAngel Ownage. Some very strong picks being allowed onto their lineup, specifically the Helker to counter Lunox and
Your team is
that
banning.
Kimmy and hunt him down.
Harris. They also got, on top of getting the most banned hero, they got the most contested hero overall in that Harris.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, the Harif is You know what? This
Your
used to be
team
where
is
Grok
banned.
is right now. Usually either first pick or first banned out. The usual way that the teams deal with this is definitely through the Hellcurt as well. So picking up the Hellcurt for Ownage actually helps a lot, and also denies it from SG
Your
Dragons.
team is picking.
Okay, Claude being banned out here. Okay.
I feel like, yeah, the Claude is a good removal from the lineup here for ArkAngel Ownage. They do need a lot of good sustained damage because Grok is a huge tank and has a lot of damage, but does rely a lot on burst. Same with the Hellcurt. So after the
Your
Deadly
team
Poison
is
Stingers, you
picking.
really lack in tower taking abilities and range attacks.
Ooh, they are gonna go for the Kufra. Seems like it.
I feel like,
okay,
yeah,
they're changing it. They're changing
Kufra
it.
would have been a bit weird, and
Underwhelming, yeah.
yeah, hovering over the Hayabusa actually would help a lot, because I feel like the Hayabusa pick here will help in terms of that damage, that sustained pushing capability that this team needs. Although, again, I don't really like a lot
they
of
changed it.
full melee compositions.
And
Your team
Okay,
is picking.
Martis would work, but again, if you notice, man, everyone's melee
yeah,
here in ArkAngel Ownage.
Except
Even the Harif usually has a lot of range. He needs to
Get
come
up and
up,
close.
get up and close and
Yeah.
personal if he wants to do all of that good damage while receiving the shields.
especially against an Akai having like 5 melee, 5 up close and personal heroes.
Yeah, I mean, considering we also have a lot of counters here for SG Dragons, if you want to get up close and personal,
Yep.
try doing that over a team that has the Belleric to protect them. Not to mention Aldo.
Aldo as well, just okay.
It's going to be very good here for SG Dragons. I feel like SG Dragons Omega is going to have a more fun time.
Yeah, but their draft is definitely a lot harder to execute.
It really is. I mean, first of all, you need to maneuver your composition so much to have the Kimmy work, get in a position where he can do damage. Same with Lunox, however, of course, they will have more flexibility, more ability to break down the defenses of Ownage, and something that I'm really looking forward to is if this Kimmy is actually going to survive or not.
Yeah, because it's a full-on dive lineup
Yeah,
on the opposing side, and let's see. Will they give her time? Because if they give her time, definitely it's just gonna be SGD Omega all the way.
Yeah, so let us know who you think is going to come out on top here. Is it an SGD win or an own win? Hashtag own win, hashtag SGD win. Let us know in the comment section. Don't forget, share the stream with hashtag Be Legendary. And we are on game 1, Ownage versus ArkAngel.
Who's again already just
Okay.
trying to assert dominance
Oh,
here in the laning stage?
Wait, this is Ownage versus SG Dragons Omega.
Yeah,
All right,
oh,
there
yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
I was confused for a bit. What?
So again, big shout out to our legendary sponsor, Smart, epic sponsor, Game Lee and Realme. All of this is live on Facebook Gaming, and of course, brought to you by our sponsor, Moonton.
Ooh, this wouldn't have been all possible without them, obviously. Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
obviously. There you go. What's up, boys?
What's up, boys?
All right,
from the
the
Filipino.
very flowery boys of the Filipino stream right there.
He's cosplaying. That's what he says. Right
Yeah,
now.
he's absolutely cosplaying for sure. All right, so any predictions here, Mr. Swarley? Who do you think is going to come out on top here?
Well, I kind of have this like love of dive-heavy comps like Ownage, but it's still gonna be a tough hill battle.
Yeah, it's going to be an almost first blood there by Ownage. Great attempt into the kill there. Obviously, we still have a lot of ground to cover until this Lunox is actually going to be very strong. So something that we're really waiting for here in the mid lane.
I mean, SGD Omega's lineup, it takes a lot longer to get online.
Yeah, it really does. Considering they also need to ramp up in terms of the Kimmy firepower that we really, really want to see until it's either is the Kimmy gonna work, and if the Kimmy doesn't work, what is Alju's gonna do about it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, all three of the heroes, the core heroes of SGD Omega, are a lot greedier in a sense. Exort will be kicking off this turtle, and I don't think because of that longer online window, SGD Omega will just give this one away.
Yeah, they have a strong early to mid game power here for Ownage. However, I feel like there's something missing in terms of late game. So something that we're gonna have to watch out for if that comes true or not.
Exort has to play out of his mind for them to keep the tempo of this game. All eyes on that Harith.
Absolutely, the Harith is definitely something to watch out for as well, because they're gonna rely on this like 4 engagements. Perfect Zaman Force under tower. We don't care. We're gonna go all in your face, and because of that, ArkAngel Ownage gonna get their first kill of the game.
And now, at least they have that presence on the map. Martis is rotating as well. They would probably go for this mid push right now.
Yeah, I feel like the mid push is definitely something that they could do. However, of
they
course,
decide against it.
yeah, Ownage definitely gonna start to just play safe here and try to wait for opportunities to go in, because I feel like SG Dragons Omega are being hunted here. I feel like Ownage starting to just wait and wait for Omega to make a small mistake, and then maybe try to capitalize on that.
Elgert being left on an island in the bottom lane while 4 heroes heavy rotations coming in from Ownage.
Yeah, I feel like the Ownage rotation definitely looking a lot smoother this time around. SGD, they're not even gonna try to defend here on top lane and just give it away, trade it for one on the bottom side of the map. And even though towers were traded, Ownage still pretty much in the lead, but not by that much.
And Omega are posturing around the turtle. They were gonna go for the pick-off here. Will it be enough? Definitely will be. Elgert falls.
Now, that was a beautiful pickup, but of course the trade-off is that they let go of the tower in the mid lane. And now Carlsy trying to do some moves of his own. That's a lot of members there for Ownage going for the push, and now they go for the fight. He's gonna be locked down under the Zaman Force no longer. And SG Dragons are going to be able to disengage from that fight, while Carlsy is still getting free reign on top side.
Well, as you say it, he is gonna just. Oh wait, he stays.
Oh no!
Stays longer
He
than
got spotted
necessary.
out, but able to dance out of the deadly poison stingers. He got some strong micromanaging on this boy.
That was lovely, lovely movements from that Gimme, and Helkert with the cooldowns blown, he really could have, and even that's the return
What the
kill.
heck was that? Wow!
Ooh, overstaying his welcome there. Lambot just falls. That's his second death
Yeah,
in
wait.
5 minutes. That is not how you want your Helkert's game to be going.
Absolutely. You want the Helker to be usually just pushing and making and running rounds around your enemies, but that is not the case here. They're forcing the Helker to answer the aggression here by SG Dragons, and SG Dragons are paying them back by force.
And I like it. Even if Ownage got the first 2 turtles, SGD Omega, they are splitting up the map so perfectly that they are so close. Like, striking distance. They are staying within striking distance. And that's what they need, because they want the late game.
Yeah,
They
it
need the
really
late
is.
game.
I mean, the late game is definitely something that you're going to have to bank on. At the same time, Ownage is just working there. Oh, what a snipe there by Daedalus. Finishes him off with the magic worship. Lembot with the Dark Knight falls. Free members. Oh my god, that was a money DPS. And now the follow-up is going to be there. Exort dancing around Lex Eterna. That's a kill on the Bimbo. And at the same time, SGD Omega is also doing their own plays around the map. All just is not doing its part in the defense.
Definitely. Like, he has that global presence, but 6 minutes into the game, you haven't even seen it.
We haven't even seen it at all, and the game is almost over. The way that Ownage is playing it around the map.
Oh,
And
there
this
we go,
will be an
finally!
Easy kill by Levi. Where is the other targets? Let me at him. I'll get him. And now SG Dragons are going to start to just play it safe out and stop the chase.
And at least nothing.
Oh, but the Ownage has something else in mind. You guys are not going anywhere. Lex locks 2 in against the wall, but there is no one to do the follow-up damage, and they are starting to hurt.
Oh, nice
Bro, Lex even gets blocked on the 1,000-pounder there. What a game by Ownage. They really feel
Well, the
the
tempo.
edge.
They are controlling the tempo right now. Despite the game being technically close, doesn't feel like they did. objectives-wise, it's all Ownage at this point.
Absolutely. I feel like Ownage, there's a switch that absolutely flipped here in this team. Fighting head-to-head against SG Dragons in their own turf.
They were saving strategies, man.
They
Second
really
half.
were.
I mean,
feel like
where was this Ownage the whole MPL Season 3?
so much power and decisiveness in the decision to go for the kill there around the area of SG Dragons Omega. I'm pretty sure they did not expect
Yep.
that level of gameplay from the blue side.
That lineup holding through for the first 8 minutes. Let's see if they will be able to close out this game. Just a subpar 500 goal lead. So
I
it's-
would say. I mean, the goal lead doesn't really show the amount of lead that Ownage has because they got the map. They
That's
got
true.
the map for sure, and SG Dragons are starting to play a bit scared. So not really showing the goal, but the psychological
Factor,
effects of
yeah,
the
definitely.
fights earlier definitely showing.
Fuzaken, he's manning up here. He sees Lex.
Now tries to go for a kill there. Obviously, no members left to follow them up, and now they will start to just zone out and get the farm into these melee composition for Ownage, and somehow it really is working out well for them. Just because Carl C can't really
He needs a lot more time.
DPS well. Daedalus on the Lunox also being a bit sloppy in the engages. However, of course, still a lot of games to be played here.
Fuzaken,
Again, trying to just zone out. Of course, will be a
they're
wet
really
decision.
posturing around this Lord. They want this Lord definitely on the side of Ownage.
Yeah, and I feel like they can take it. If they wanted to, they could probably take that Lord.
But now Lex is moving up as well on the top lane. So he'll create some space for the side of SGD Omega.
And SGD Omega looks like they're ready, and they're just starting to group up. And
Lord
they want to go for a
resurrecting
fight, but they want it to be a full 4-man. They know that they can't actually take a fight if someone is missing. I mean, even just one tank from SG Dragons Omega is probably not going to be enough because they have so much ground to cover here in terms of defending a Kimmy and Lunox.
They're just feeling each other out right now. No one wants to pull the trigger onto that Lord, and I love it.
Yeah, which
That is the mental game that makes Mobile Legends so fun.
Yeah, which is at the same time, it kind of slows down the game more. And when you slow it down, it really does go into the favor of the team with a more late game composition. And now, I think ArkAngel Ownage, they realize that they are going for the Lord. Levi is nowhere to be found.
He
He's
has
in
the
the
ultimate
bottom of
though.
the lane. Will have the ultimate, uses it onto the Harif. Will they go for the fight? That's a good question. And apparently so. They are dancing around. They left Levi in the middle of the fight, and everyone for SC Dragons. Where are
Like
you?
Aldo left on an island just alone. The leash was broken on the Lord as well. And Kartsik still waiting in the shrubs over here.
Way too much aggression there. No follow-up damage being done by SC Dragons. That was a misplay if I've ever seen one.
Definitely. Like Levi just a bit too excited. I was expecting him to really just try and shove down the lane. Force Ownage to react before charging in. But he charged in. He was
Yeah.
the first one in.
And at that
For-
point, he was left for dead. SC Dragons had different stuff in mind.
Exactly.
They were attacking the Lord area while Levi was wailing on 4 members of the blue side.
And it was forced to break the aggro on the Lord as well, which is reset.
Yeah, I mean, the reset is absolutely... I mean, they should have stopped right there. If they were going to go for the reset, I feel like Levi should have not
Oh,
completed that
talking about
attack.
Levi, he is being targeted here, but he is quite tanky, but not tanky enough.
Yep, 4 members, so many walls around you, not enough to make an exit.
Someone has to calm down Levi now. I am
Yeah.
sure he is not playing with a calm state of mind.
Yeah, Levi is absolutely playing in the a bit in the aggressive side here for SG Dragons. Because of that, it will be a 4v5 for the remainder of this. Lord take, Zaman Force down on the ground. Once more, locks down Heath. Flex tries to go for the Harif. Nobody home. And now CKTD with the great sustained damage by the Martis. I think it will be a cleanup. Lunox nowhere to go. What a Guardian barrier there
Perfect.
by
By the Grok.
by the Grok. I was gonna say the Akai. Guardian
Yeah.
barrier by the Akai. What the heck was that? So, The Lord again will be safe, but you gotta give these guys props. That was a beautiful block out and
I like it.
assassination by Ownage.
Super, super contested Lord. Both teams are still feeling each other out, but this is the biggest lead in the game so far for
It really
Ownage.
is. At 2.7k, that's actually pretty substantial considering you're doing it against a 6th place team in SG Dragons Omega. And Levi, I feel like he needs just a tad more time.
Yep.
So the mission here for Ownage here is finish this before at least 17 to 20 minutes. At that point, this Aldous, despite being nerfed intensively in the last patch, will be able to one-shot you guys.
Oh Lord, is falling below 40% now. SGD Omega know this. Lex is already in a good position for a Hurricane Dance. Everyone is just getting into the party now. Damage Zaman Force is there. He will be the first to fall here.
Wow, that's going to be a beautiful lockdown. It will be secured nonetheless by Ownage here. They're going to go for the retreat, suffering quite a number of losses, but will still come out on top. Will have a huge goal lead and a Lord to boot.
Not too bad. I mean, for the side of Ownage, they got the ticking time bomb, which is Kartsi.
Yeah, and Carlsy definitely just needs some time here to get into the groove. So I feel like they're just trying to buy time, trying to prolong the game.
Oh, Daedalus. Okay.
They'll be able to lock it out.
Oh,
Gonna
they
be
found
locked in by the Zaman Force once more. Fuziken gets a kill onto that Lunox. That is a huge huge threat for SG Dragons Omega.
Definitely, and
That's like
Lempot-
half of their damage output.
And Lambot is now level 15. First hero in the game. Just use that farming lord to perfection.
Yeah, and it's definitely looking a lot cleaner here from Ownage, starting to dismantle SG Dragons Omega one by one.
And all lanes are being shoved out here as well. So
It's going to be a bit of an uphill climb here for SG Dragons, despite having a pretty solid and balanced composition, being pushed into the base.
well, you talked about it. Pre-17 minutes. This is all Ownage.
It really is. I feel like the Ownage squad here finally using the Grok to its full advantage. The early
Definitely.
game power is always present here as long as you have Fuziken there in the middle of the fight.
Definitely. This Grok much better than the earlier Groks today because Grok has been losing today. So
Absolutely. I feel like the Groks of today need that boost on the win rate, and they are getting it absolutely.
I mean 216 on the Fuzik and definitely a ground-breaking performance from him.
Yep, that's right. Break those bones and turn them into rocks. And that's exactly what's going to be happening here for SG Dragons Omega if they do not find a way to hunt down the that very, very pesky mage that we have for Exort. So hard to lock down. Hasn't died all game.
1-0-10.
Yeah, and at 10 assists and 1 kill, that's almost 100% kill participation. He's the one that really needs to go down for Ownage. SG Dragons Omega not really finding the target.
Fuziken just picked up an immortality as well, so even more leeway into finding these perfect fights for him.
Yeah, just dive into there and don't really care if you die a first time. You will be able to get back up and start to will down SG Dragons Omega, because at that point, if you take down a Grok with immortality, you probably used up all your bullets
Yeah,
and taking it back.
The cooldowns will be burned. And what is left in the tank afterwards?
Yeah, a lot of solid attack speed there for that Kimmy. Doesn't really have solid damage output except for Ha's claws. So I feel like
Good.
Ownage can definitely finish this anytime soon. As long as there's no Blade of Despair on that Kimmy, he's not really going to do that much damage.
The double down on the Berserker's Fury kind of hurting him now.
It really is. I feel like that was a bit of a mistake. Not that because of that, I feel like Carlsy is starting to not be felt
And
in the team fights.
goes a bit utility now, goes for the immortality on his part, so definitely won't be doing damage in this next engagement.
Absolutely. Immortality is this a tank Kimmy? I feel like it's more of a tank-based
He's
Kimmy.
adjusting this is the point in the game where you're playing not to lose, not playing to win.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they lacked out on a huge advantage, which they had in the
Lord
early game, which is a
resurrecting soon.
strong damage output. Kimmy take down targets really, really fast. And because of, the lack of damage all around here for SG Dragons Omega, they are now being pushed around here by Ownage until maybe Lex can find a good hurricane dance, a good 1,000-pounder.
Has to be a perfect one though.
Really has to, because I feel like SG Dragons Omega's lives are all
That wasn't the
Really
perfect
hanging
Guardian wall
battlefield.
though from Fuzaki.
literally putting them up against the wall. For ArkAngel Ownage, they will start to work on that floor and start to whittle it down.
Decides against it.
Besides, I feel like this is Ownage now suffering a bit
Oh.
of indecisiveness. I
Nice
would
game
say.
sense from the Aldo to go for that recall home.
I feel like this is going to be a big problem here for SG Dragons. I mean, if it does go into 20 minutes, you can expect SG Dragons Omega to really come out swinging.
But the problem is
Problem
itemization.
is the itemization definitely locked out there for SG Dragons Omega. Now, it's the siege by Ownage. Top lane is pushing. Mid lane is almost there. Fuzican even cutting the minions so they can have a better time in the coming team
Red
fights.
sword.
Zaman 4 is going to be there. And where are you going? That's a great 4-man Numinal Blast. But where's the follow-up damage? They are running for the hills.
Ooh.
And now it's going to be a big problem for ArkAngel Ownage. They are very low HP. No one died, but their health bars definitely whittled down.
Damage was definitely lacking because Hellcurt and Mortis were nowhere nearby there.
I feel like the Martis is definitely one of those key members in the fight now because of how much HP and how much damage he actually does. Lord will be secured here by Ownage in this game. Definitely dragging on, but as time progresses, I feel like the Kimmy is starting to fall lower and lower in significance.
That is the problem with him trying to adjust the itemization.
I feel like he should start building more damage items soon. The moment he hits that item lock phase, he should start really considering a lot of damage. Blade of Despair definitely is one of those things. Get some armor penetration, also a big possibility.
Ownage won't be walking with the Lord today, but they will go for the top objective.
Yep, Courage Bulwark gonna be procced here by Ownage. Scares everyone off with Dark Knight Falls. That's a lot of stingers on the tank. He will go down.
Mortality.
And there will be a second death by the Belleric. And that will be a bit of a difficult engage. Numinal Blast gonna be used by the Lolita at the backside. Levi trying to get someone down. He will take out the Hellcurt, but will have immortality. He's gonna be the one to be taken out instead.
And this is not the first time that Levi actually just jumped over to the backline with no support. It really hurt SGD Omega.
It really did, and because of that, oh my god, Ownage, they probably will get their first season win, and it will happen. Ownage goes crazy.
They are gonna
Finally.
feel good. There we go. You deserve that win, boys.
Finally
Hug it
a
out.
win for Ownage here.
Where
And
were
that
you this whole
puts-
season? Where were you? Who is this
Absolutely.
team?
That puts him in a 1-0 lead over SG Dragons Omega. You gotta give these guys props. They have played themselves out of their minds, but in the end, failing to kill Exhort in that game
Yep.
really hurt the chances of SG Dragons.
Les Fuzakan was also playing out of his mind, all of his rotations. There we go. It just started off very, very badly for Levi, and I think that really started to tilt him.
Yeah, I feel that bad start there from Levi really helped a lot in also giving Ownage that needed goal to give Exhort and Lembot that much needed damage boost to get the game started. And in the end, I feel like SG Dragons were playing with fire here with the Algis pick. However, of course, there were a lot of moments where, like this, there were so many moments where I feel like SG Dragons could have actually won team fights, especially later on before the match ends, where they actually pinned down Exhort on the Harif after he put in a very weird Zaman force
Yeah.
on the ground.
Maybe
So
it was a bait. Maybe it was a
probably
bait.
was. I mean, especially Lex Eterna here on the Akai with the hurricane dances really helped out in locking down targets, but the follow-up damage was nowhere to be found.
And which is all SGD, they really have to change up their draft. They were too greedy in game one, and they were punished severely by Ownage. I think it was just confidence. They were going up against a no-win team.
Yeah,
We can hold this until late, no problem. But Ownage proved them wrong.
and like I said earlier, there's actually no way but up for Ownage, and they played just like that, taking out the Belleric first. So not really a move you would expect here from a team that is definitely playing from a 0-10.
Yep.
So
Five
again,
melee lineup
beautiful
as well.
beautiful decision making there by ArkAngel, Ownage, and they definitely played out that failed attack by Levi. I think a big factor as well for the losses of SG Dragons Omega there was because I feel like Levi did not. I feel like that Algis pick, it really did not work
Yeah,
out.
I
well.
think it was the nail in the coffin for them. Like they need these. There's 3 cores. Just needed so much gold. They need so much time. And who was gonna be the tempo setter? Who
Yeah,
was gonna
that's
be the playmaker?
that's a big problem. Again, something that we have to work on here for both teams. I feel like first of all, the communication issues there was pretty obvious. You saw the so many plays by Lex Eterna. You can feel this guy, Lex Eterna, on the Akai, trying to really lock people down.
But he was the only guy.
He was
trying
the
to
only
make
one
the
there.
plays, yeah.
Kimmy was. It's very difficult for the Kimmy to go win. It was very difficult as well for Dale Dillis on the Lunox to get in range to do that missile spam, and at the same time, Levi was still not ready in the end of that game to go for the team fights.
He was just getting picked off too often, and I like this.
Your
Glock
team
finally
is
getting
banning.
taken out. They don't wanna give it to the side of SG Dragons.
Yep, SG Dragons definitely looking for a lot better
Your
here.
team is
On the
picking.
draft, ban out that Liam more than Famas, remove a lot of fighters, meaning they want to go for a bit of a riskier composition, and
Okay.
they do get the Kaya. And the problem with these bans
Your
on the
team
Grok and
is
the Claude
picking.
is you don't actually have room for the Kaya. SG Dragons Omega, they have been known to play this Kaya extensively, especially on Heath. It used to be just purely for Lex, but they really switched it up this time around.
And Kaya, we missed Kaya in the first week of MPL Season 3, but back with a vengeance, with that Divine Judgment, just highlight-worthy material.
It really is. I feel
Your
like
team
SG
is
Dragons,
picking.
they just need to start playing back to comfort. You noticed earlier, Dale Dillis was the one controlling the Lunox when last week, and this yesterday, Carl was the one who was piloting that in their huge wins. So maybe you would consider swapping that out and not forcing Dale Dillis into a hero that, would work a lot better for Carlty.
Ooh, okay. Joe and not Kai. So I expect
Your team is
expect
picking.
ArkAngel to maybe go for a Minotaur. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
a Minotaur.
Something to help out for their composition,
Your
help
team
them
is banning.
get into a position where they can actually do damage here. And Ownage will need a lot more of a Minotaur to keep this one alive. So that's something that SG Dragons will want to ban out. And
team is
instead,
banning.
they ban out the Helker, which is a huge money pick for them, if ever. Helker, again, we mentioned this earlier. Great for hunting down Kimmys and great for hunting down
Ooh,
Your
okay.
team
Oh,
is
interesting.
picking.
Harris.
Just
and
to
now,
respect cushion ban onto Carl.
yeah, the beautiful Gushin band there. Very well thought out there by SG Dragons. That sort of forces Carl into using Lunox once more, or maybe a different mage, but historically that has been the
Ooh,
trend.
They're gonna pick up
Your
Ronaldo
team
for
is
themselves
picking.
this time.
Yeah, I'll just definitely not something I would suggest here for ArkAngel Ownage, but right now, again, as I was saying, Lunox is going to be the pick for Carl T for sure. Will they pick up a marksman or will they go double fighter?
And
That's
look
a big question.
Look at the smile coming in from Ownage after that Lunox pick. They knew. They
Yeah, I
wanted
feel
that
like-
to happen. They wanted that.
They really did.
Ooh, a
Absolutely.
Lunox Harley?
This double mage setup is actually pretty good. It will allow a lot of deaths to come in for SG Dragons Omega here. Again, I
Your
really,
team
really
is
dislike
picking.
the Aljus pick right now because I feel like the power just isn't there from this hero anymore. But they are starting to switch out and then relying. Getting another attack is very important. You either get the Belleric here or you get the
Diggy?
Lolita. Diggy is going to be a bit of an off pick, but you know what? It can work. It
I
can
mean,
definitely work.
Yeah, I mean, they're feeling good. Oh, they're gonna switch it back to a Lolita, the safer pick. Definitely the safer pick out of the two.
Yep, we'll be able to protect against Lunox. We'll be able to protect against the Harley. But overall, I still think SG Dragons Omega came out as the winner here on the draft.
I mean,
I mean, yeah, usually you would say the team that has the Kimmy would come out on top, but Kimmy and Harif usually is strong in the solo queues. But the question is, will this Kimmy and Harif actually survive long
Yep.
enough to do so?
especially against a double mage lineup.
Yeah, I mean, how do you do significant damage and how do you farm up fast if you go out ahead against a composition that can really kick you out of the game? Way of the Dragon into your enemy team. That's very, very scary.
Yeah, and you know, it's this time around. It's SGD Dragons Omega trying to pull something out of the hat with that Harley and the Lunox. Let's see if it works out for them.
Yeah, again, guys, don't forget, share the stream. Hashtag be legendary. Big thank you to our sponsors. Smart, Gamely, Realme, of course, Lawl's this live in Facebook Gaming brought to you by Moonton. Of course, SG, so we're almost halfway through. SG Dragons Omega still is a team that needs a win. They're 6th place right now. They do not want to go down any
Yep.
further than that.
Because bottom two, you're out. You don't even make it to the playoffs, and definitely you wanna be there.
You really want to be there. I feel like the game that we are experiencing right now is just gonna be a replay. I feel like this is a composition that SG Dragons Omega has played so many times. This is gonna be the first time I'm gonna be seeing this composition from Ownage, but CKTD on the Kimmy usually results in the really good plays.
Plus, well, you talked about it. The real weak link in the draft is that Aldo pickup. Just needs a lot more time to get online. See if he manages to not be a nuisance to his team, unlike the last Aldo.
Yeah, I feel like the last Aldo by Levi is definitely something that needs to be considered out to be removed from these compositions. I feel like it works so much better to put in a fighter there, something like a... I would actually pick Lapu Lapu or Alucard over this Algis right now. That's how badly I think
Not saying a lot, Carl.
Yeah, so for the meantime, I feel like SG Dragons are going to be suffering a huge loss in the mid lane, and I'm right. Exhort definitely did the job there. Carlsey trying to make a revenge play, but Exhort going to be able to walk out. On the bottom side, Daedalus going to be stunned and locked. 100% HP down to 40%.
Just like that. And that
Just like that.
was a flicker burned as well. So
That's going to be very, very brutal there. A very brutal start there for SG Dragons Omega. And now they will start to go for the push. ArkAngel Ownage
Initiate
going
retreat.
for the bottom lane push. 4 members by SG Dragons Omega going to be committed. CKTD, no way out. That's going to be the first kill for SG Dragons Omega right there.
CKTD always has to have his eyes on that Kaya because you know you're always gonna be the divine judgment target as
That's
a Kimmy.
true. You gotta be careful there. At the same time, you have to really, really get yourself into the game here and watch the map. Because I feel like once the map starts to become empty, you have to start walking out of there.
Ballsy 1,000-pounder over there. Damage won't be enough, fortunately, from that Zaman force as well. So everyone will just walk away.
So for the meantime, I feel like because of that, Ownage is going to be in a pretty sweet spot. At the same time, SC Dragons, they're the ones actually in the lead because of the rotations, because top lane is actually the weak point there for Ownage.
And Alto just falls there, 1-1. No wait, that wasn't 1-1. Kaya was there.
Yep, that's right. So I feel like the ArkAngel Ownage composition here really starting to they're using the ArkAngel composition here a lot better than earlier. Using the Kimmy, they take objectives here is something you really need to do.
Turret will be taken out. It's just gonna be a turret trade for both sides here.
So, well, who do you think is going to come out on top here? Because I feel like SGD Dragons Omega, they're starting to really control the map a lot better.
Fury not really doing anything. That was it. Yeah, going back to the lineups. Yeah, well, you know, Kimmy is gonna be that greedier hero that wants the late game. But hold that thought. We have a fight
Yeah, we
going
have
on.
a great fight there. Fuskin charges up. Numium Blast doesn't actually hit anyone. And just like that, I feel like SGD Dragons Omega starting to get into the groove. Levi playing into that hero that he's definitely a lot more comfortable with.
Definitely.
Gets the team fight into their favor. Now it's going to be a 2K, or actually it's a 1,000 goal advantage here
Turtle
for
resurrecting
SGD Dragons
soon.
Omega.
It was only a 1 death for Ownage, but the most important death to them because that was the Kimmy falling for Fuzuken.
Yeah, and starting to look a lot better here for SGD Dragons Omega. We have a bit of a scrawny team fight for Ownage.
But Turtle will be they're gonna try and contest this Turtle, but falling very low. Ooh, but they actually steal it. They actually stole that Harris with the nice snipe over on the Turtle. Gets them in striking distance once again against SGD Omega.
Yep, exactly. So I feel like it's a lot better fight here for SGD Dragons Omega. Question is, can they actually keep this up?
That is the question. Ooh, damage. Nice way of the dragon there. Lolita just falls. Perfection from that Shunpo just to get the position right under the turret as well. Goodbye, Fuzuken.
Yep, exactly. So feel like starting to look a lot better here for SGD Dragons Omega. Now they are gonna be able to take down that turret in the mid lane.
It's a
Gonna
very-
elevate that lead.
It's a very early endless battle for Levi as well.
Yep.
That he's gonna do a lot more damage now. It's crazy.
Yeah, a lot better here, and definitely looking a lot sweeter here for SG Dragons. Now the push gonna be coming in from ArkAngel. What are they gonna do now that they are behind here by a quite an amount? I mean, they're the team that actually needs the gold a lot.
And Kimmy needs like 5 to 10 more minutes before
Absolutely.
she can really do anything.
That's true. And now they're gonna go for a team fight. Who's gonna charge up the Numinal Blast? Locks down Lex Eterna. That's gonna be a huge tank removed from the play.
Carl?
Carlsey is very near death. Gonna be able to use Order of Chaos. Gonna be hauled up.
So close.
And that's gonna be a kill there regardless. But that's gonna be Ownage able to make a play in the mid lane. Zaman Force gonna be there to secure it. And Exort is going crazy here on the Harith.
And Levi will fall as well. Double for Harith. And I thought that was going to be an overextension from Ownage with the Lunox just surviving on a sliver of health. But they keep their discipline and they take that fight. But
Yeah.
hold that thought, Devo. Flicker away. Ooh. Harley just evaporates.
Yeah, that was
against the
very
Harith.
beautiful. At the same time, I feel like this Harith, like game one, is going to be the key to victory here for Ownage.
Exort really feeling his game right now.
Yeah, and just like that, they are even up on the goal score.
And perfect
And
turtle timing for them as well.
yeah, a lot better for the Turtle here. So objectives looks a lot better
I think
so far.
also SGD Omega didn't really look like they were on the same page there because I think Carl really just wanted to get out of that fight while the rest of his team just went in.
Yep, and the tower actually did a lot of the job there. Regardless, the one that we really need to talk about, Ownage pulling that lead apart from SG Dragons Omega just like that. And now they really swung this game in their favor.
And CKDD finally picking up a major item in the Blade of Despair for himself.
Well, I mean, you have to also keep into consideration that the build this time is a bit different from what we saw earlier. Huge difference.
The double
gotta
berserker
say so.
Fury was just questionable, unfortunately.
Yep, and of course, it's going to be a lot better of a team fight for Ownage in the coming fight in the bottom lane. No one left to defend there for SG Dragons Omega, and just like that, the game is starting to slip from the blue side's hands.
Oh, Exort really playing out of his mind, and look at that, an almost perfect tempo game, 6-0-0, no
Yeah.
assists, all the kills going in his favor.
That's exactly what you want to see right there.
Outbursting the mages on the side of SGD Omega.
Yeah, and the mages for SG Dragons Omega are definitely having a harder time.
Yeah.
The thing is, SG Dragons Omega are supposed to be strong in the early game because of this composition, right?
It's not looking like that anymore.
So that is a huge difference in terms of the story that we're trying to tell here, where they're the ones being beaten to the ground after that good start.
And look at this. This Ownage making these plays without Lembot on that Aldo.
Yeah, and the Aldo gonna be left alone to defend the base.
He's level 11 though, so at least.
Can he actually do this? Two sides gonna be pushing for SG Dragons Omega. Mid lane is here. It's gonna be a big
You're
problem.
resurrecting soon.
Now you have to clear those minion waves if they want to be able to defend this.
Oh.
That's basically like a tower trade that just happened all around the
I was
map.
surprised Ownage didn't force a fight there because they saw that Kaya was defending bottom. And
Yeah, I feel like they might be a bit more concerned with making sure that the waves, the creep waves here, don't get too out of hand.
yep. And obviously they want, it's their first win. Why not make it a 2-0? So BMO building up the rage now, but no one is actually nearby. Lex Eterna will be able to create the space, but everyone moving towards the Lord area.
Yep, could be a huge take here. Their target is going to be that tank. Akai has to jump out of there. Fuzigan blocks almost all of the poker tricks.
Aldo is
And this is
moving
going to be a chase up onto Daedalus. He's going to be canceling. Oh, he still goes in. Can he pull out the punch?
Oh,
Scream
Minoan Fury!
for ArkAngel Ownage. And the cleanup is exquisite. Two men locked up here by SG Dragons. And now that is going to be a really, really good fight for Ownage.
Ownage, where were you all season long?
This is a beautiful
This is a
showing
different-
here.
This is a different team we're seeing, and we definitely want to see more of this team now. It's going to be a free lord for them. Levy can't do anything but watch.
Yep, you gotta watch. These guys really know, because they know that Lex Eterna is the one who actually makes the big plays here in SG Dragon Omega's composition, and they really played up into that weakness. The moment that Lex had the 1,000
Yes,
pounder out
that
there,
was the big play.
that was it for SG Dragons Omega. No one was gonna be able to front for these guys. Carlsey would not be able to do his job. Daedalus actually was the first to die there.
Yeah.
And at the same time, this is going to be Ownage getting a huge gold lead and the ability to push up on mid and top lane.
And the Aldo dives in the backline, definitely a lot more cleaner.
Yep,
Hurricane
Zaman Force in the
dance.
middle of the tower there, just to scare away SG Dragons Omega. Lord still walking up. Heath.
And Ownage can go for more. They forced the flicker from that Kaya, so they know the initiation won't be there.
The rotations by ArkAngel Ownage, they're going to start to get into the game.
Minoan Fury?
Minoan Fury locks down Heath, and there is no one else to stop the offensive here. Can Levi do it with a Cho? Apparently not.
Apparently
They're
not.
going to be able to save their base, but their towers, their base is now in shambles.
Ownage will be definitely happy with that. With CKTD down, no need to force the issue, boys. We're getting our 2-0.
That's right. The 2-0, the possible 2-0 here by Ownage. So SG Dragons Omega, if they want to turn this around, they have to be more decisive. They need to know. They need to really know when to pull a trigger. And they need to do it before Ownage overwhelms them with the numbers, with the Minoan Fury,
Yeah.
with the Numenor Blast.
Primo was just playing out of his mind as well. I mean, I definitely gotta give it to Ownage. All of them are playing really, really well. right now.
Absolutely. I feel like that 5,000 gold lead is just so well deserved, and the fact that they played from behind for a majority of the early game and still was able to manage to, get a lead at this point is just stellar performance.
And this 2-0, definitely not the 2-0 we were expecting.
Absolutely. I mean, playing against a 10th place, the bottom of the barrel, and now they are starting to slowly rise against the ranks. They can feel the win, and they want to go for the push. And Lex Eterna will be locked in with the Zaman Force, however, will be able to just kite off around there. Fuzigan charges up, the Numenor Blast only hits Heath. Carlty
Doesn't matter,
was
though.
in the order in chaos, but again, it doesn't matter. Now it will be Ownage. They want to finish this fast, and they go and take a win. 2-0 against SG Dragons Omega.
For the first time this season, they are finally owning someone. Live
Exactly.
up to your namesake, boys. Go on. Where were you all season long? We want to see more of that. We want to
10th
see more of
place,
that.
no more.
Yeah.
That is gonna be something to put a smile on the faces of AAO and Coach Panda right there.
Yeah.
What an exhilarating performance.
Mentally, this is so satisfying for them.
that would have definitely hit me in the head
Yeah.
if I were
I'll be shouting like the whole time you're winning. I mean, it's your first win of the season, but man, get out of that funk.
Yeah.
Show us what you can really do.
absolutely. So wow, that was just some beautiful gameplay there
All of them
by
just played so well.
SG Dragons Omega. Something to watch out for. These guys right here. You are gonna want to see what is in store for ArkAngel Ownage in the
future,
coming
yeah.
weeks. They said this is how you say we are in the halfway point. We are gonna be showing you what we can do.
Get amp it up, boys, and that is what they're doing. I can't wait. I personally can't wait.
So many things went wrong there for SG Dragons Omega. The moment that Lex Eterna actually fell apart there, trying at least to get some plays into their pockets, something that we have to watch out for because I feel like they just lost out. They just tried so many times, but they were denied over and over again by Ownage.
Yeah, once you shut down Lex, they don't have that playmaker. Like you talked about it, the Hurricane Dance is just the bread and butter to their lineup.
Yeah, that was a big problem there. Like after Lex dies, who was the one who's gonna take up the mantle? I mean, Heath was trying his very best, but it was absolutely not working out for SG Dragons. It looked so shaky. I mean, considering these are comfort heroes by SG Dragons Omega, I'm surprised that Ownage was able to make it look really easy in the late game.
Absolutely, hand. Gotta give it to Exort. Exort was he was a man on a mission.
Yep, and Harif, man, the Harif place.
Yeah.
Harif for days. Look at that. So much. I think almost all of the moments where Ownage had a turnaround was because of this guy. Excuse me.
And Lembot
And the
showed
Minoan Furies there by BMO. Beautiful to watch as well.
all of his Minoan Furies were impactful. Definitely, like he was charging it up. He was thinking so far ahead that he knew exactly when he needed to charge up because that is what differentiates good Minotaur players from bad Minotaur players.
Yeah, the perfect moments where you need to use the ultimate.
Mhm.
So after that initial top and bottom lane destruction, I think like Ownage started to really get into the groove, and afterwards, easy for Fuzuken and the rest of the squad to actually come out on top and get the big W there
Yep.
from SG Dragons Omega.
Absolutely. That was just fun to watch. Thank you.
That
Thank
was
you for
absolutely
that, Ownage.
beautiful to watch. And again, we got more in store for you guys. So don't go away. This is the MPL Philippines Season 3, Week 3. And again, I'm Rockhart.
I'm Swiley.
I'll see you guys in a few moments.
Double kill.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary. Double kill.
Moves like wind.
Legendary. Legendary.
Too slow.
An ally has been legendary.
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary. Destroy the turret kill. Legendary. Double kill.
I need a worthy.
Double kill.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary. Double kill.
Moves like wind.
Legendary. Legendary.
Too slow.
An ally has been legendary.
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary. Destroy the turret kill. Legendary. Double kill.
I need a worthy.
Double kill.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary. Double kill.
Move like wind.
Legendary. Legendary.
Too slow.
An ally has been legendary.
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary. Destroyed an turret kill. Legendary.
I need a worthy.
Double kill.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
You have slain an enemy. Monster kill. Double kill. Legendary.
Download for free Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Legendary. Double kill.
Move like wind.
Legendary. Legendary.
Too slow.
An ally has been legendary.
I need a worthy opponent. Watch your head.
Legendary. Destroyed an turret kill. Legendary. Double kill.
I need a worthy.
Double kill.
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
And welcome, of course. This is MPL Season 3. We will be your casters. I'm Yuko.
And I am Zendex.
And this is the last series for tonight, or today. We have Execration versus ArkAngel. We all know that ArkAngel came from a very strong win yesterday, winning 2-0 against Cignal Ultra.
Yeah, so that win was pretty unexpected. And right now they will be going up against Execration. Can they maintain their winning streak or not? And Execration, they were kind of shaky.
They were kind of shaky lately, but they do have their good points. Let's hope and see it's going to work out for them, at least for this series.
Yeah, so Execration, they managed to also do that split push with that Hellcard on Zapnu. But let's see if they can make it work again against ArkAngel. ArkAngel being the most dominant team so far. 8-0 on that. And for interesting enough, they are already tied with Cignal Ultra. But let's see if that will change after this final series of tonight.
And all right, for the lineups, again, we have ArkAngel with 12 points, Cignal Ultra 12 points, Bren eSports 10 points. They just came from a 2-0 earlier. Execration 8 points, Evos PH with 7 points.
Yes, and that is the first half. The second half, SGD Omega on 6, No Limit on 5, Aether Atlas on 3. FNs Phoenix and Ownage tied at 0. So they need to add more work into that by putting in the wins that they badly need in the last 3 weeks of the regular season. And here comes our team for tonight. First team up, Execration, Zapnu, Dion, Itomax or Kamote, Lord Pacbet, and Toshiro.
Yeah, they actually have unique names and amazing poses. But Execration, they got defeated yesterday from AE Atlas as far as I can recall. And I think they at least have new plans and a reset momentum for tonight's series.
Yeah, Zapnu with that swagger, but he needs to just make it sure that they win the series.
Do you think they can? I mean, what are the odds that we will have a game 3, or are we going to end today with a 2-0?
I am predicting actually kind of hard to call. If ArkAngel wins game number 1, it's going to end on 2-0. But if Execration wins the first game, it's going to go the distance.
Ooh, solid prediction right there. So let's see if your predictions will be correct. If
Yeah, I hope so.
if Execration is able to mirror their amazing split push from yesterday, the way Zapnu won that first game or second game with that Hellcurt, I think they will be able to put the first defeat on ArkAngel.
And ArkAngel, the challenger, which, well, I don't think they're the challenger at this point. They
Yeah.
are the defending number 1 currently. Jeff Cutie, Kitskun, Jay, Rio, Lusty, and Kilowash. Jeff Cutie is a former Execration player.
Yep, so it's him versus his previous team. But of course, I don't think there's any bad blood there. All just want to have fun. It is MPL Season 3. They're just going to fight along with their teams. I actually had a conversation with a co-caster earlier, and he said that Kilowash is actually one of the young or child prodigies
Oh,
for
really?
Mobile Legends. So I actually will have my eyes on him more for this series. I actually noticed that he is quite strong for someone that just enter the scene. He knows how to blend well with his team. He knows how to do the micro and macro plays, especially when he uses Leomord.
Yeah, that puts him in line as in the same level as KLVJ, I believe. Both of them has the same roles. But let's see. Looks like Kilowash has been posting the better results. They are undefeated currently in the regular season. And we're now seeing both of the teams preparing for the first game of our last series of tonight. Powders out and finishing some meals. I'm seeing a Tupperware.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
They're just gonna eat and then put powder on their hands. Typical pro player necessities.
That's a nice looking glove.
Actually, yes.
Are those surgical gloves he's wearing?
To make sure that the phone won't slip. You know, each player have their own thing.
All right, that's something new I witnessed for today. Surgical gloves. But let's see, can they pull off the surgical precision that they need to put the defeat, to finally put a loss mark on ArkAngel?
I'm actually curious on how this matchup will be because we all know that ArkAngel has been dominating so far in this 3 weeks of our MPL regular season. And Execration has sometimes been shaky, but when they are powerful or when they have the momentum, they are quite powerful.
Yeah, they are quite powerful indeed. ArkAngel, they look to be unfazed. They're not worrying anything at the moment. They are pretty solid. They have all what it takes to maintain this lead, this winning streak that they have.
It's so cool that they're wearing headphones in different ways, like the band thingies in the front and the others wearing the band thingy at the back.
Well,
Man, our pro players really are something.
well, it all comes down to preference, and which is whatever position you are most comfortable playing with, you just have to do that. So you have what it takes to be at the best position possible. Like I have read before that you can also, like, some players also remove their shoes, or sometimes some players bring their own rulers to make sure that they have
Oh,
the correct
wow.
positioning of their, of their
Alright.
elbows, shoulders.
I did not know that we need rulers for that, but that's an amazing trivia. But all right, guys, do not forget to share the live stream. This is the last series again for the day. I would like to say thank you to, of course, our sponsors. Legendary sponsor is Smart. Epic sponsors, Gamely and Realme. I actually have a sign right here, but I can't lift it up. And again, the live stream is on Facebook Gaming. Share the live stream and invite your friends if ever they haven't played Mobile Legends yet.
Yeah, this is one sick series coming up. ArkAngel, the #1 against Execration, one of the top 4 teams in the season. So let's see, can Zapnu finally pull off a series win again? Or will ArkAngel just maintain their winning streak? I've been repeating and repeating that all over again because that's the highlight of this match.
That's true, because you can't ignore the fact that ArkAngel is on a winning spree. Or if you're playing ranked game, it's 3 weeks worth of winning ranked games.
Yeah, if there was bonus stars here, I mean,
Yeah, I'm
ArkAngel would
pretty
have
sure
been racking up a
probably-
lot
yeah.
more points.
They're gonna swim in stars right now.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's only a 2-0 bonus
Mhm.
for each series. So when you win 2-0, you get 3 points instead of the normal 2. So Execration, they have been in a better shape compared to last season. That is what I can confirm. Last season they managed to make it to the top 4, and right now they are in the same position, but it looks like to be a more solid team compared to before.
Yeah, they did improve immensely as a team, most probably because they do need an improvement as well. Because if they're just gonna stick with how they were in season 2, maybe things aren't gonna be alright
Your
with them
team is banning.
for this season. But anyway, here we are. We're just gonna jump right into game 1. First ban, of course, is a Kaya. We have seen Kaya being banned all throughout the
team
day.
is
Grok
banning.
being the second ban as well. These two are two of the most banned heroes, most probably because initiate
team
and
is
just the gank
banned.
potential is immense, especially with Kaya's Divine Judgment.
Yeah, so far all the bans have been support heroes. Let's see if Execration will be changing that trend. Harith is still open, Kimmy is still open, Claude is still open. A lot of options will be going to the core roles in the first few picks here. And it will be a Kimmy ban. Looks like
Harith is
ArkAngel.
open
Picking.
and Claude is open.
Looks like ArkAngel will be getting that Kimmy then.
Mhm.
Lots of options open.
Claude, Harith, Cho.
Harith.
Alright, Hover and Harith, they're probably gonna lock that in. Previous series, we actually saw Harith
Your
dominating
team is picking.
the game. So let's see if ArkAngel will be able to mirror that and give us such amazing Harith plays. But let's wait for the first 2 picks here for Execration. A hover on Alucard and the hover on Cho. Are they actually gonna lock in that Alucard?
Yeah, yesterday, Cignal Ultra tried to use the Alucard, but it didn't really
It didn't
meet any
actually
success.
work,
Yeah,
yeah.
it got countered pretty hard. And Leomar Cho is the more sensible choice
Your
here, and they
team
lock it
is
in.
Alright,
picking.
so securing a damage dealer and one of the most picked heroes, which is of course Cho. And for the side of ArkAngel, they
Your
picked
team
two
is
tanks,
picking.
Stamos and Akai. They want to make sure that they won't be having any more problems in the tag section
Yeah.
once the second pick rotation enters.
And it also slims down the options of supports for Execration. So that is a very good picking decision for ArkAngel. So Execration, they will be left with a Balearic, which they will be picking right now. And we are now
Your
proceeding to the
team
second
is
ban phase.
banning.
Okay, they could ban out Lunox, Kagura, any burst type mage, or just someone that dishes out so much damage.
Should be a Kagura ban
Mm-hmm.
or a Helker. It's a
Alright,
Helker.
Hellgurt ban. Alright,
Your
so they
team
don't
is
want to see
banning.
Zapnu with that split push mechanic on that Hellgurt anytime soon.
Zapnu performing really well on a Helcurt, but he can also use a Lancelot to the same effect. But Lancelot doesn't have the silences, so that's one thing different.
Yeah, I haven't seen Execration picking up the Lancelot so far. Most probably because Lancelot, you can only use him in certain compositions and certain situations. He's not the kind of hero that pretty much
Your
fits
team
in
is
whichever
picking.
composition.
Yeah, and also the one thing that occurs here is if the Helcurt is banned away from Zapnu, then he knows there will be no silences, there will be no one disrupting his combo, so that's why he always goes for the Lancelot. But so far, Lancelot hasn't been really successful for
Your
Zapnu in
team
this
is
season.
picking.
He had better games with the Helcurt actually. So Guinevere and
And
Kofra.
Okay,
I change it to Lumi. Oh, okay. Okay, go for
Your
it then.
won't
team
they
is
lack
picking.
in the damage department though?
Yeah, they are currently lacking a lot. If they build the Guinevere, Thomas, and Hyatt correctly, they can get away with this one. But this isn't really
Yeah,
going
it's
to-
not your typical ArkAngel draft, but if they did pick that, maybe they have a certain plan in mind. So let's just let them do their thing. They're the pros here. We're just the casters. But last pick for Execration will be, of course, a Lunox.
Yeah, the Lunox on Zapnu. So far, looks like if Zapnu doesn't get his fighters that he wants, Execration always gives him the mage option. So that is something that Execration has in terms of flexibility. But ArkAngel, they are the more consistent team here.
Yeah.
Let's see if the difference in strategies, the variation of Execration can put a stop on that.
I actually been thinking that what if they pick that draft to make sure that their Harris will be protected? That's a possibility. That's a good hypothesis. But then again, you can't help but ask, if Harith does get taken down, who will be the next damage dealer? Guinevere, yes, but
Yeah.
will it be enough?
I think it will be the Thamos instead of the Guinevere. Like the Guinevere will be mostly fulfilling like a Cho-like role, more on utility, scouting ahead.
And just doing initiates?
Yeah, and just maybe go for the counter initiation or initiating himself. They have the Guinevere and Kofra combo, which is I have not been a fan of. So Execration, they have the Claude on their side, so they have the entrance of the late game.
It's actually so weird because Claude was picked in the second part of
Oh, it's going to be a Zapnu Claude actually.
Oh, so that's something you don't
Looks
see
like
every day.
Zapnu Impact Bet swapped at the last second there.
Yeah, we're gonna hear a lot of that Psycho Ball. But of course, let's not forget the team random for Execration. We have E2 Max on this Leomar, Dian on this Show, Lord for this Belric, Zapnu on this Flood, and Pakbet for this Luno.
For the blue side, ArkAngel, Lusty on the Kofra, Rio on the Guinevere, Jeff Cutie on the Harith, Jay on the Akai, and Kilowash on the Thomas. What you mentioned, the child prodigy on this side.
Alright, so both teams so far, of course, you won't be seeing any action. They're just gonna farm as much as they can. Should they plan on a gank, maybe that's just gonna happen in 3-4 minutes because Execration has a Lunos and a Leomor, so of course they are just gonna focus on farming. They won't do anything funny because if Lunox and Leomor does get shut down, that's like 70% of their damage dealers going down.
Yep, and ArkAngel is overstepping their welcome there at the top area of the jungle, but here we are seeing E2 Max being focused down by Real and Lusty, but that's not enough damage to take him down. The Harith and the Akai, they tried scouting ahead and steal some camps from Execration, but looks like it's been sweep clean already on the side of ArkAngel. They have no more
Turtle
jungle
resurrecting
monsters
soon.
right now.
Yep, it's a clean jungle. Also, I would like to ask you, what are your thoughts about this Kufra pick? Because I tried to play a few games on Kufra, and I've seen a handful of plays from Kufra, but he's not something that can be put in a team composition easily.
Yeah, it's very hard because you have to cover for the lack of flash initiation, but the first blood has been taken. Rio be getting that one with the back bed falling down. That's a lot of kills going towards ArkAngel. 4 for none. Only Zapnu is alive. And
What was
is
that?
going to be bad news for Execration. ArkAngel already very ahead in this game.
Yeah, this is really amazing. It's not even 3 minutes in, but you could see the moment Jay used his Hurricane Dance and managed to pin someone down, everyone from ArkAngel just jumps, and you have got to commend Rio on this Guinevere. Every time he yells that Psycho Ball, he just managed to take someone down.
Yeah, and the Psycho Ball just makes things work. Although ArkAngel, they are being on point. Another kill going towards them. Max falling down the second time.
Yeah.
ArkAngel being very scary and making these rotations work. They also got a first turtle, by the way, which puts them more ahead in this series, in this game rather.
Scary is the word indeed. I mean, I honestly got overwhelmed to think that that was just the first clash and it was within the turtle area. So you thought that they were going to be conservative, but nope. Apparently they just went all out because they know it will work to their advantage.
It was actually not a very aggressive rotation. It was actually focused on a turtle instead. And they just protected their turtle takedown. So Execration, they need to step up for a bit here.
Well, for now, they are targeting this mid lane turret, but apparently they got spotted out, so they are forced to run away. Bot lane, though, trying to get another turret down. I think they will be able to bag this, but of course, they are 3 members of ArkAngel at the top lane.
Yeah, so Execration is falling slightly behind in terms of the pushing here. They only have taken down 1 turret so far. ArkAngel, on the other hand, has already taken down 2 turrets, and they will be looking for a third at the top lane. 3 has been committed there, and there goes a third. Second turret being taken by Execration. So they are in a they seem to be keeping up with the pace.
That's true, and to think that I think Execration is trying to avoid as much clashes as
Rio
they can, but wait, I think there's gonna
being
be
focused down,
a
and there we
magic
go.
here
Pac-Man
at the
takes
mid
that
lane.
kill. Jeff Cutie will be claiming that credit there, but there will be a return kill shortly from Execration, and there will be a lot of AoEs being committed there. Zapno gets a kill onto Lusty. Kilowash though, with an easy return kill. Max is on the run, on the Phantom Steed. Jay and Jeff Cutie on the chase, but looks like Max managed to get away safely. 1 HP left on the Leomord. Dian, easy kill by Jeff Cutie against his former teammates.
Execration was supposed to win that clash, but by the way, that was a 2-for-1 trade in favor of ArkAngel. But going back, Execration was supposed to win that because we saw Zapnu was free hitting from the sides. He wasn't actually being targeted. I think he could have used that to his advantage, but there's just something about ArkAngel's damage output and just how they are synced as a team. They were able to turn things in their favor, and from there, they won the clash and even managed to get another objective.
Yeah, which is quite surprising given ArkAngel's draft. If you look at it on paper, you don't really know very well that Thomas and Guinevere will be the bursty early game kind of heroes. But looks like ArkAngel is building on these heroes quite differently to just favor the early game and mid game damage that they need. And Execration, they haven't caught up with the strategy yet, and looks like they are still adjusting, and they are lagging very far behind in terms of kill score.
That's true. I know I said earlier I'm questioning ArkAngel. Wait, here at the mid lane, they're
Oh,
actually
another
targeting
kill!
his start. He's actually against 3 people. Hurricane Dance has been committed to him, and that is a mega kill on this Harris. Going back to the bot lane though, this Execration managed, they managed to bag 1 kill, so that is a 2-for-1, but again in favor of ArkAngel.
Rio though, he'll be
they don't
finishing
want
off
to stop.
Max. He wants to finish off Max, but Max managed to get away on a Phantom Steed, but looks like Execration will be going for a
1v3.
revenge. It's a 1v3 situation. Rio, he still has his sights on the Leomord, but
The
Pac-Man will be the
burst!
one.
Whoa!
Will there be a double kill though? But looks like there won't be one. But here comes the reinforcements for ArkAngel and Execration. They are against the wall here. Turret will be falling down. Zaman Force for good measure, and that is 3 kills going towards ArkAngel. 12-3.
Okay,
Pure
so
domination.
you thought Guinevere was gonna die there because it was 3v1, but the moment he popped that ultimate, it just worked so much on their favor. But here we have a pause. So so far, I have got to give it to ArkAngel. Good timing and rotations always on point. I think they're checking most of their things on their winning condition list.
Yeah.
But looking at the side of Execration, it's pretty obvious that they're having a hard time. They don't know what to do and how to respond to the aggression ArkAngel is actually showing them.
Yeah, Archangel's always a few steps ahead of whatever Execration is trying to do in this game. And Zapno just feeling a bit frustrated there, I feel. And looks like the entire team of Execration actually. So Archangel, they're becoming this solid ball of death shortly, and nothing from Execration seeming to have something prepared to stop them.
That's true. It's just, man, ArkAngel is on a roll here. I can't. I'm speechless, but it goes to show that from season 2, they are really strong now. They were quiet all throughout the break time, as what we'd like to call it, but they emerged strong, and maybe potentially they could be the champions for this season 3 if they keep up this kind of momentum.
Yeah, if they keep it up, but there has not been a very consistent leader in a regular season that went to the championship in the previous one. It was Bren that was dominating the leaderboards there, but they kind of fell short against Cignal Ultra. Let's see, Archangel seemingly to be untouchable at this point, and looks like so far what I can conclude here is Execration was left and Jeff Curie was right.
Yep, that is true. All right, so going back to the clash that we honestly thought Execution was gonna win, I think ArcAngel's draft has something to do with that, because when you look at their draft, it's all about sustain, tankiness, and I think that's the reason why they won that clash in the mid lane. Even though Execration has a lot of burst heroes, ArcAngel's draft was just too strong, too tanky, that they can withstand that damage.
Yeah, there was a lot of sustain on their department. It's only the Harith that's a bit squishy on that side. Also, there has been some discussion in the chat about favoring hero kills or objectives. Of course, it all comes down to objectives. Hero kills puts you way ahead in terms of farm, in terms of levels,
Yeah.
so you can get the items that you need to finish the game.
That's true. All right, so here we are back in the game. Apparently, Pakbet and Dian got slain there, but roughly 7 minutes in, gold advantage is at ArcAngel, and the turret takedowns also for ArcAngel.
Third turtle is coming up. The past 2 turtles has gone to the way of ArcAngel. Let's see, can Execution still bounce back from this game? But looks like they are pretty scattered around to make a proper contestation on that third
Yeah,
turtle.
they're kind of spread thin, while ArcAngel, sometimes, yes, they are spread thin as well, but they know when to group up and where to group up. But that's another turtle in their pocket, so more gold, more EXP. Manjin actually said something earlier in the previous series. Once your enemy gets the turtle, you should look for the hero that has the turtle buff and make sure that you will shut him or her down.
Well, that's gonna be quite hard to do, to find which one has a turtle buff in a heat of a team fight. Let's go. Here's a team fight we are talking about. Rio is dropping really low at the bottom side of the team fight. And let's see. Pakbet wants Lusty, and there he goes. Jeff Curie will be dropping more than half, but Itomax has fallen. And down Dian as well.
My gosh.
3-4-1 trade in favor of Archangel. Lord will be following through. Jeff Curie with 1 HP left manages to escape. That was sick Harris plays from Jeff Curie.
Sick Harris plays indeed. So that was a 3-for-1 trade again in favor of ArcAngel. Seems like all of the clashes so far are in their favor.
And only Lusty has been the worst performer so far for ArcAngel. And that's only his second death, and Lusty is just a support hero at this point. And killing him off doesn't really advance Execution towards the victory goal.
Yep, that's true. And well, Jeff Curie, 5-0-7 on this Harith. You know what? If you're a Harith user, to all Harith users out there, I'm pretty sure you're having the time of your life, because that is a stat that you would want.
Yeah, that is the stat that you would want indeed. And ArcAngel, 15-4. Looking pretty solid, and they're not showing any weaknesses since last night. Execration, they need to solve this puzzle really quick if they want to win.
They're in a tight spot. They are easily being pressured by ArcAngel's dominating vibe. I can't blame them. They are quite strong, but they have to get their heads out of this if they want to win the series.
Are we finally going to see the first win for Kofra?
Let's wait and see. There's a good chance because this team is performing really well. So Execration just doing their small rotations, micro plays. But I think in a handful of seconds, ArkAngel is gonna box them in. So they might want to be careful.
Okay, next team fight is about to pop up here. Lord is already up. Execration. They want to just keep their eyes in this Lord area.
Alright, ArkAngel started the Lord take. I wonder if Execration will contest this. I think they should because, of course, this is a really strong objective.
Yes, but Zapnu is very far away. I don't think they have the proper toolkit to take this on, but looks like Dian will be going into a bit of an advanced movement here, and it looks like they will be trying to steal it,
Nice!
and it has been stolen by Leomord. It looks like ArkAngel will be biting the dust here. Execration getting the return because they needed. And looks like tables have been turned. Zaman Force from Jeff Beauty.
The shield from
Not
Jeff Beauty
enough.
forever,
No
he gonna
follow-up
die.
damage. Zapnu just arriving in time.
You know what? Jeff Cutie Forever was a sacrificial lamb because if he wasn't alive, other members from Execration would have chased down Rio and Kilowash.
But that didn't really happen. ArkAngel looks like they are on the back foot. Finally, this is the first sign of weakness I have seen ever since last night.
Dian
goes for the aggressive
overextending and he does go
dive.
down. Apparently, Lard actually powers it ultimate and mega kill for this Dunas. Of course, ArkAngel not gonna stop anytime soon. Jay uses Hurricane Dance. He's not. Of course, he just wants to have so much
What a
time.
comeback.
The Claude right here. Lunax is now unstoppable, and the only one left alive for ArkAngel is this Kilowatt. And of course, Jeff Cutie is now up.
Oh,
Uses ult, and
Pakbet.
he's now targeting Pakbet. Other members of Execration. They are trying to push as much as they can along with this turn. A monster kill for this Lunax though.
That
And,
should be
is this a
game.
reverse scheme? I mean, a reverse win.
Oh, but not
epic
quite yet.
comeback.
Kilowash
Alright.
defending the fort.
Whoa, that was actually pretty good. Kilowash
Wow.
managed to defend their base going 1v1 against the Mills. And now,
What?
Jay and Rio, they managed. ArkAngel managed to defend that. I thought they were gonna win.
I thought so as well. And ArkAngel, Kilowash, proving everyone wrong. I thought that was a GG push from Execration. I thought that was game number 1.
I actually thought so too,
But
but
looks like ArkAngel will be
ArkAngel
staying
put
for
up
long.
such an amazing fight. That was close. Too close for ArkAngel.
Wow, this Kilowash kid is something else. Execration. They are in a better position compared to the last
I
few
thought it was
minutes
going to
though.
be an epic comeback, but currently ArkAngel doesn't want to end the game there. They want to end the game 1 with a victory on their side.
ArkAngel's base is so wide open right now though, so that is something that Execration can exploit in the next few moments. So ArkAngel, you have to keep their eye out for that.
And as we all know, ArkAngel's base is now open, so they have two things to look after. Make sure that they put a hole in Execration's base, but at the same time, they have to look at their own base because the only lane with a turret is the top lane turret.
And it's dropping almost half-life already. So that is pretty scary for ArkAngel. Even their main structure, the core, the Nexus or whatever you call it, is around half HP, but it is regenerating real fast. So they just need to buy time for it to regenerate to back to full health. But Execration, they are gearing up for the second GG push that they want.
Zap Nu already has the Athena shield, so that's more